A is for acorns. B is for baristas, I guess. C is for candy corn. Autumn.
No, you can't set it on the table. We've gone over this. Logan!
Logan did it first.
You monster. Welcome to the ABC podcast, where a few good mates get together and try to assemble an alphabet from a pointless topic.
And me.
I'm your host, Anderson Carman.
I'm your second option, Logan Hendry.
And I'm only here because Ian's car broke down. Laura Carman.
Today's alphabet... Oh, it's not that. Fall.
Fall, alright.
Because this episode comes out two days before the fall equinox.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Halloween.
Theme song! Continue?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
A, autumn. Here's the thing. Do you... I'm just going to
I
steamroll
kind of
this.
feel like you stole that from me, but
Yeah.
let's go.
Say apples.
Fall or autumn? Which one?
Fall. Autumn is so pretentious,
Yeah.
and it's the name of
What are we,
children who
like-
go to private schools and have curly blonde hair.
Okay.
They're usually female.
No, autumn has to have, like, brown hair. Because it's autumn.
No. You're using like a color association thing. No.
I don't know if she knows this, but I'm an artist.
Autumn. No, I don't
That's
say
what I
autumn.
think about the name
See,
autumn. The word autumn.
if I'm unsure whether or not... Well, because that was actually the debate when I was choosing this topic, is I was like, do I make it fall or autumn? Because fall, it's like... That is a verb.
Which one's colder, autumn or fall?
Fall sounds colder to me.
I don't know, autumn's colder
I think autumn
in my
sounds
world.
colder.
Yeah?
Yeah. When I think of autumn, it's like hot chocolate and apple cider, and like I can see my breath. But when I think of fall, it's like, crap, in Georgia in October, it's still hot.
That's true. It's
Yeah.
hot everywhere.
Yeah.
In
That's-
Florida, it's not cold until January. So
That is rough.
That
bro.
stinks.
it's
That
only cold
stinks.
for like 2
Although
months.
there was that time in Statesboro that it was like 85 degrees on Christmas Day. And my sister-in-law eventually had to turn on her air conditioning on Christmas Day. And she was like, this
Wow.
is the worst.
No, that's how it is in Florida. It's
Yeah,
could you imagine-
I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, could you imagine being in the southern hemisphere and just...
No, but then that's normal.
Well,
Although my other sister-in-law did say that in Cape Town, where she grew up, Santa still wears his whole get-up, even though it's summertime in South Africa.
That's awful.
I know.
So, yeah, how does that work,
Sweaty
honestly?
ass.
Uh,
I was expecting him to have like a tracksuit or something. Like,
No, he doesn't. Also, how do they have like the Summer and Winter Olympics in the Southern Hemisphere?
oh, well, if they do the Winter Olympics,
It's at the wrong time of year.
well, maybe they just flip it. Maybe they just flip it.
I don't think that they do.
Surely
though.
they flip it
I
though.
don't think they do.
It is weird how I think of Australia as just never being cold because it's south.
Really?
Oh,
I
yeah,
think of
oh
it
yeah.
as,
In my
like,
head,
cold.
like South America always hot, Africa always hot.
Dude, have you seen Lord of the Rings though? That was like
I know. No, I know.
Australia's
like,
next door neighbor.
Like, I know this, love.
Oh,
I
that's fair.
understand this. I just don't accept it as reality.
I get that.
I don't apply it. Do you guys know the dates for fall?
No.
sometime in September to like...
To December 21st
Yeah.
is the beginning of winter.
Very
Yeah.
good. You got
Yeah.
that?
That's the shortest day of the year.
September is like... Fall begins in like 2 weeks, I think. From today.
No.
September
2
6th.
days from today.
2 days. September 8th. Okay.
No.
No, from the
2
day that
days.
this airs.
Ooh.
We're time traveling back
That's
2
right.
weeks.
Yes.
You know, I always break this sort of rule. Like,
Yeah, you do.
Every podcast.
Ruin the illusion.
Wait, but what is 2 days from today?
The 22nd.
Of...
September.
Oh, September 22nd is the first day of fall?
September 22nd to December 21st.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
B.
Braveheart.
Interesting. Why? Why do you
It
say
feels like the
Braveheart?
ground is hard in that movie, and I associate the hard earth with fall.
Okay. How about... Okay, I did quite a bit of research for
Bears?
this episode because I feel... Bears. Okay.
Sorry.
Especially grizzly bears.
Yes.
They like fall.
What I came up with was Bonfire.
Oh, that's a better one.
Bonfires are pretty.
Oh, we'll do s'mores later. Chill out.
Well, I've got. Oh,
Shh, you cheated. He has no words.
we once did a bonfire in our front yard at my old house.
Of course you did.
But the thing is we did it like in the middle of the grass, and we kind of forgot. Oh, this is just going to burn this grass. So we had this perfect black hole in the middle of our front yard.
Nice.
But it was like a 10-foot diameter black hole.
Okay, but where were your parents during this?
Oh, they were helping.
Oh, they were helping.
like they were out there. Like
so that's just now the
it was
bonfire.
all yeah, and then it was just like oh. But then, like, over, like, a year, my dad was, like, disappointed in that, and he was like, well, we gotta grow grass back here. So, like,
Yeah, I don't see your dad doing that.
He, like, dumped a bucket of grass seeds there, and it was quickly...
Bless him.
It was quickly grown back over.
I find that a lot of... Maybe this is just from having so many siblings. I find that most of my childhood memories do not include my parents. And, like, I know my mom was home with me all the time.
Right.
It's not like I was a latchkey kid, like, I was a 90s kid. But most of my memories are,
It's
like...
a latchkey kid? Sorry.
That's like an
I've never heard
80s
that
thing where,
terminology.
like, the parents would, like, let the kid come home from school and the parents weren't home yet and they were like, go hang out inside and lock the door and get a snack.
Right,
and the kids would just, like, hang out for hours and hours in their house.
That's
Go
cool.
by themselves.
I
They talk about it on My Favorite Murder, like, all the time, so... You guys, I'm basically a child of the 80s now. Thank you,
well, it's
Karen,
weird because
Georgia.
I'm older than her, but...
Oh, yeah. But I grew up in the 60s. So.
Yeah, you grew up in the 60s, and I grew up in the thousands.
The aughts,
The aughts, like, aughts. That's pretentious. We want to talk about pretentious
No, that's
aughts
the correct term. I'm
versus
sorry.
thousands.
Sorry if I'm right.
Oh, you. We did wrangle you into this last minute, so you're kind
So,
of...
you know, I can kind of throw whatever shade I want.
That's fair.
But yeah, bears are pretty cool. I like them. What would you do if a bear were running at you? Like what?
Well, you're
what?
supposed
Play
to.
dead, I
You're
think.
supposed to play dead.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you're supposed to play dead. The other option is to make yourself look really big and yell at it. Like, to be intimidating. But you know
Depends on
what?
the bear, though.
You know what,
the
though?
grizzly is like, have you seen the size of a grizzly?
Here's the
Dude,
thing. Here's what I'm
His
doing.
head is like the size of a grown man.
I'm not going to be able to outrun it.
Yeah.
But if I can get on the other side of a tree, I can stay on the other side of a tree for a while.
No, you can't. He's got arms that'll reach around and kill you.
He's got big arms.
No, but that's still
I
a barrier
understand.
between
claws
us.
are
I'm
like
just
the
going to
size
kind
of your hands.
No, but then you can't see him,
no.
and he will for sure kill you.
No, because his arms are wrapped around
But
the
you didn't
tree.
think about the other bear behind you, did you?
Oh,
The baby
There's another
bear that you were
bear!
That's
threatening.
right. That's right.
There were two bears!
It's a whole
So I
family.
would, if I were
Bernstein bear?
the Bernstein.
Or the Bernstein.
Yeah, yeah.
Whichever.
No, it's Bernstein.
Well, that's the whole thing. Is which one was it? Apparently that was
That's a
the
conspiracy.
split in reality. Is it was spelled one way and then like the universe fractured. Now there's two universes. One where it's the Bernstein.
sounds like a
one
Doctor
where's the
Who
Bernstein.
episode.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it kind of does. I would die if a bear attacked me. Well, I'd pee myself and then I'd die.
I'd probably lay down and just accept reality.
That people talk about that how like not spontaneous but urination before like
Oh,
spontaneous
has that never
urination.
happened to you?
No,
Oh.
I feel like I clinch if anything. Like
Okay,
I'm just
so
gonna
it
be
might
like,
have happened
oh.
to me in high school.
Love,
Maybe I was
love,
in
you don't
like
have to
middle
share
school.
the story. Do I need? You want
There
me
was
to?
a time that I was just exceptionally scared. I don't need to say what it was. I'll say a bear was coming at me.
Okay.
I was exceptionally scared. And let me tell you, Anderson, when you are faced with the right thing, you will pee yourself.
or the wrong thing apparently.
Or the wrong thing. The thing that will scare you.
That is
yes.
fair.
Maybe I was in middle school.
C.
Campfires.
We just did bonfires.
No, we didn't.
Oh, I didn't get to say.
I talked about bonfires.
My family has 3 bonfire pits.
3 bonfire pits
They're excessive about their bonfires.
on like 3 different sides of the house, or like oh,
There's
That is
one in the front
awesome.
yard.
Is that like the morning
Then-
one?
No, that's the one where you put all the grass in and you burn it. And there's one in the middle
So
for
fun.
like.
What do you do with
for
that
like,
one?
Well, the one in the middle, it's like right behind the pool. So if you want to like see the fire from the porch, and also for like small parties, and there's a really big one in the back for like large gatherings,
That's
basically.
terrifying.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's
Is that the one where you bring a Christmas tree?
yeah, if you wanted to. Yeah, no, we've had some big fire, like some like 10-foot fires there.
when they're
Yeah.
big, there's always that one guy. It's like I can jump it.
I literally have a video of my brother jumping over a camp. You want to see it? I can show you after.
In,
I do want to see it.
It's good.
at youth group, we used to have a Super Bowl party every year. First of all, one year, we had everybody bring their old Christmas trees, which were super dread out by then on me.
Oh, sure.
And we just burned them all. But there was another year where they were. I was not here for this one, but I heard that on one side of this massive bonfire, they had somebody holding a football and some gasoline, and they would pour the
Sweet.
gasoline on the football, throw it through the fire, it would light on fire, and somebody was on the other side of the hose to put it out.
I like the idea that like it goes through the hose and then somebody catches it. Like somebody's just like spraying the hose straight up in the air.
That's
Like it lights on fire, gets extinguished, and then gets caught.
That would be pretty sick.
Or if
yeah.
someone caught it on fire, that's even
crazy.
cool.
Well, there
Like,
was a year
they
that
catch it
they were
on
jumping
fire,
the fire as
while
well.
jumping into a pool, so it's immediately
Nice.
extinguished. That's
Smart.
it.
That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, C. Go back to C.
Caramel apples.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, what did you have?
No. No, these are good. Cider. It's cider.
Oh, that's the same thing.
Oh, cider's so good.
Yeah.
I will allow that one. That one's so good. Cider's like my favorite thing in the whole world, but I always forget that it is. And then it's like March, and I'm like, oh crap, I forgot. And you
forgot
can't
about
have it
cider.
out of season. You can't. It's not the same.
What? Well, I mean, it's definitely
Cider.
like cold weather drink.
Yeah,
like
see,
it
exactly.
has to be cold. Like you can't drink cider in the middle of summer.
You can drink
could-
hot chocolate
you
in the
could
middle
get-
of summer. But
But
you
yeah,
can't do cider.
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't do cider.
Corn mazes also.
Oh, corn
Oh,
mazes.
nice.
I love a good corn maze.
No.
Have we been? to a
No,
corn
because I
maze?
have an irrational fear of getting lost in a maze. Did you not know this? Okay, true story.
Is it sad?
Is it because of Harry Potter?
No, this has been like since childhood. I think it's
Okay.
because of that maze. Screensaver on old computers.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I used to just
I was
sit
always-
there and study that.
See, I was always super frustrated with that because there wasn't an exit. I was always like,
No, they did reach the end.
no.
And then that face.
Oh,
jumped
yeah,
out
they
and scared
did.
You. Yeah.
No, they totally.
I never
reached
got to the end.
Anderson, you never sat there.
No, because this was the thing. Is the screensaver would save the screen, and then it would just stop after a while.
No.
No.
Sometimes
never
it would reach the
finished.
end. No,
What?
it did finish. Promise you.
It was just a big jump scare. Like a big nasty face would pop up.
Well, no, that's a different one.
Oh, it is?
But
Okay.
yeah, this is an actual screensaver. And
Oh,
yeah,
I know the one you're talking about,
Yeah.
though, Logan.
Yeah, no, that's a
That was
different
like a
one.
little game that like you have to
Yeah,
get like real
yeah.
close to see it.
Yeah. But when I was at Hampton Court in London, there's a maze there. And I was like, I'm here. I better do the maze. And I cheated because I got scared.
Did you?
Do you know the Bonfire? How did you cheat? Wait,
Well,
just
somebody
throw
in
it
front
out
of me...
you just walk through the walls?
No, somebody in front of me had small children.
Okay.
And they were like, hey... And they were talking to this other woman, and they were like, hey, we're really tired of being in this maze. Like, what's the secret here? And this was like 3 seconds after I'd walked into the maze. I was like, sweet. And so they told them the secret. And then I was like, okay.
What's the secret?
I'm not going to say.
Okay, I know the surefire way to get out of any maze,
You always take a right
or a left.
or a left, as long as you're consistent. That's what they did on the screensaver, and they always got to the middle, Anderson.
But if there's no exit, that's what I'm saying. If there's no exit to the maze,
You know,
you're
fire
just in
also
back
takes
at where
care
you
of
were.
mazes, too.
Like if you are dropped in a maze as opposed to entering a maze, if you're dropped in a maze, it's possible for there not to be an exit.
Yeah.
But if you enter a maze,
Maybe we had a different screensaver, because our computer was
who was it that
old.
invented the maze? Was that Daedalus?
I have no idea.
Because he
Oh,
did it
for
to,
the Minotaur.
For the Minotaur. I want to say because it was the same guy whose son made the wings that melted from the sun.
I know what you're talking about.
Icarus?
Icarus. It's Icarus's daddy. So I think it's Daedalus.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyways.
Me, Julie, and Amanda have been trying to get to a corn maze for like 3 years, but always forget
Dude,
to
let's
do it.
do
We
it.
should totally
because
go.
here's the thing.
Just the 4
I'm
horsemen.
terrified of, like...
I won't
Yeah,
leave
the
your
Four
hey,
Horsemen
I won't leave your
and
And
phone.
Laura. And Laura.
And me.
For sure.
I'll just be there terrified. I don't like haunted houses. And corn mazes are a really good substitute, I feel. Because then you're like, I don't hate everything. I like
Right.
fall.
Yeah.
I
just
went to
don't
this
like
really
haunted
I went to
houses.
this really good one out in what's the name of that place? Oh,
Did you know there's a
wanna say
cidery
Lawrenceville.
in Atlanta? It's
cider?
like a brewery, but it's a cidery.
Interesting.
And my sister went, and they went
what?
to a
It's
corn
a
maze
what?
one time.
That's so novel. I can't believe. That's amazing.
Why are you making fun of me? I've never heard of this before, and I certainly
Just the
haven't
way
been.
you described it. It's a cidery. It's like a brewery, but it's a
Well, I
cidery.
wanted to explain my words because
It's
I
like
recognize that cidery is a word that I was not
It's a
familiar with.
caterpillar. It's like a Dogerpillar, but it's a caterpillar.
What's a Dogerpillar?
No! Anderson's an imbecile.
D.
Doggerpillar.
Dogerpillar. What do you think a Dogerpillar would
It would
look
for
like?
sure
It's a
bark.
wiener dog with
Well,
a bunch
so-
of legs.
Yes, that's what it is. But it's itty bitty. It's like 2 inches tall.
Almost got a spit take
That
out
would
of
be gross.
Does
And it's like a little
And it's a
bit
mammal
slimy.
still,
does
too.
it transform
Oh,
into,
it is a
like,
mammal.
a husky?
It just like grows. It's a dog with wings.
Got a pupate.
Yeah.
D.
Deciduous trees.
Okay,
That's
it's
a
pretentious
stretch.
now. You're
Yeah.
gonna take a
So
shot for that.
deciduous.
Those are the ones. Wait, no, I know that. Wait,
Okay.
there's coniferous and
Yes.
deciduous. Deciduous ones. Okay, it's just a tree that doesn't have leaves.
No.
Carnivorous is the trees that eat meat.
No. Nailed it.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you.
deciduous is the ones that don't shed their leaves in the winter.
Very good. That was it.
But they don't have leaves because they have like pine needles and
Yeah.
stuff.
No. That's coniferous.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, there are trees with like leaves that don't shed their leaves in the winter? It doesn't make any sense.
Coniferous. Yeah. But they don't have leaves. They have needles, like what you're saying.
Coniferous are the ones that don't shed them. Deciduous
Correct.
are the ones that do shed.
Yes.
I don't think that's right.
No, 100% right. 100%. I will stake my life
Well,
on
you
this.
are a graphic illustrator, I guess. I'll take your word on it.
What?
I mean, not a graphic illustrator.
Technical illustrator.
Technical. Oh, sorry. I don't.
My
even,
wife doesn't know what I do.
I don't even words.
I don't
bro.
even words. Yeah, deciduous.
Oh, okay, cool. Logan is like, why can't we be friends?
I'm not enjoying the tension in the room.
Well, yeah, so
The tiny closet.
coniferous was my C because it would be coniferous then deciduous perfect.
Yeah, but
But yeah,
cider's better.
so coniferous or
Carnivorous.
Deciduous.
coniferous
Carnivorous.
are your evergreens. So
Yeah,
that's your pine
yeah,
trees,
okay.
that's your cedars, but they're coniferous because they have cones for their seeds. They
Oh,
all
that
have
makes
they have the
sense.
pine cones and all that jazz.
Okay.
Deciduous,
Okay.
no idea where that comes from. Not a clue.
Wait, are those magnolia trees? What's their classification?
They're probably deciduous because they've got leaves.
But they don't shed them in the winter.
Yeah, not in the winter because this is what they do. They're really freaky. They die, and then when in spring the buds come in and push off the old leaves. But those
that
leaves
is
are dead.
true.
But those
That
leaves
is
are dead.
true.
Same thing happens with birch trees.
What?
Because birch trees turn that beautiful yellow.
What?
But yeah,
Sweet.
we'll
I
get
gotta
to that
keep
later.
an
I
eye
got
on
another
that.
one
My
for
parents.
So that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
E.
Evergreens.
Evergreens. Yeah, I
Nice.
had a.
It's like coniferous. Carnivorous.
That's right.
Evergreens like to eat people.
But
It's like the Laughing Willow.
here,
Yeah.
one related more to fall specifically is the equinox.
Oh.
Do you know what that means?
Yes.
No.
It's funny because like I looked it up because I was like, what does the equinox mean? But if I just look at it, like the word is exactly what it is. So Laura, your hand is raised. Is really
Equinox
yes.
comes from Latin.
And what does it mean?
Equi meaning equal.
Wow.
Nox meaning night.
Equal
That
night.
the equinoxes are the days when daytime and nighttime are the same length.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And
That's how it should always be.
Because of
I know, right?
because of the
Thanos.
tilt.
because of the tilt of the earth.
Yeah, because of the tilt of the Earth, this is the one time where the sun is like perfectly along the equator. Whoa, I said that weird. The
Yeah,
equator.
you said it okay.
Instead of
I
the
don't know, maybe I
equator.
Equator is pretentious and weird.
I felt like equator is.
And the solstices
Oh.
are the longest and shortest days of the year, respectively.
Ah.
So winter has a solstice, summer has a solstice.
Winters last longer, like night does. Night does.
So night lasts longer in the winter.
That makes sense.
Day lasts longer in the summer. So the summer
okay.
solstice is the longest day of the year, which is, I believe, June 21st.
It should be because it's at the beginning and end of every season.
Yeah, and the winter solstice is December 21st.
Why do you hate June 21st?
It's just a long day.
So such a
Long day.
Oh, that's the best.
What do you guys
That's
think
what makes it
about
so
daylight
good.
savings? I say cut it out.
Cut it out. It's the worst ever.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Dude.
Glad we settled that.
Because losing an hour is always more painful than gaining an hour was fun.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's always surprisingly painful. I'm like, it's just 1 hour. Chill out, Laura. Suck it up. No, it hurts.
It's really
I don't want to
difficult.
get up at 5 instead of 6.
Well, when you get like 6 hours of sleep at night and then it drops to 5 out of nowhere, you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
what's
and
happening?
like, you're not really going to go to bed earlier. Your
No.
body's like, I ain't
No.
ready for this. We're going to party, right? And you're like, no.
It's the whole waking up and the sun's not up yet that
Oh,
is
no,
rough,
that's
too.
hurts.
That's
It's painful.
really is you're just like, I feel like I shouldn't be up right now.
Yeah, I get that.
But
That's how busy season is.
F.
Fall.
That's cheating, but okay. Flannel.
Oh,
I
flannel.
love flannel.
Nice.
Flannel's real
I
good.
gotta get me some more good flannel, man.
Do you have any?
I have like 2. I have like literally 2. And one of them is getting too small, and there's certain buttons that keep coming undone.
Let's
and
get
I
you,
look
let's
real
get you a flannel.
scandalous.
I have a really fun flannel. It's like all these really bright colors.
I know that one.
I think of it as my Matt Wilson, the colors.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Or
This
my, no,
Is
no,
it
it's
blue,
my
pink, and yellow? Is that the...
because you have your Rico Renzi shirt, right?
the
You still have that one? The pink and blue.
Yeah, it's a good one.
These are comic book colors that use like.
No,
really
that's
crazy
technically
colors.
not flannel. It's just like a. It's,
Is that just checkered?
It's just a plaid shirt. It's
dang
not
it.
like a I have actual flannel.
Okay, because
but it's
flannel is
not.
the actual
It's
material.
yeah,
Material.
it's the material. It's
It's
like
like the thicker,
yeah.
But it is usually plaid, right?
generally.
yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Because that's
Is there
the
a
fashion
reason?
thing.
I have
Huh.
a flannel shirt that isn't plaid.
Really?
It's like well.
You probably wouldn't
pretty sure
recognize
it's
it as flannel if it were not plaid.
it's
You
Yeah,
know
because
what
I
I'm
think
saying?
I think of it as always plaid,
See,
but those are two different things.
It's like
That's
it's like a dark blue. It's
forgot
got the
about
same texture as flannel. I'm pretty sure it's flannel.
Huh.
I can't be sure though. I haven't looked.
See, I
but,
wouldn't be sure if it weren't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I really
It
like
feels
flannel.
like flannel.
Like I just
It's
like
just dark
I
blue.
like that heavy material, like just the feel
great.
of like it. It's so good.
I like it too. It keeps
It's-
me warm
it's
in
baggy.
my office. My office gets so cold.
Also the flu.
The flu. Have you ever had the flu?
Oh god.
Probably. I don't know. Like this, it's one of those weird things. I'm like, I don't know if I had the
Yeah.
flu.
If you're throwing up, you got the flu. That's it.
So
Done. That's it.
at school,
Well, after I had so many drinks the other night,
You had the flu. There you go.
I had the
that's
flu.
You had the flu.
Oh yeah,
Have you ever had pneumonia?
throwing them back. I think so.
I've been diagnosed with pneumonia. It was
I
bad.
have been
It was
diagnosed,
sick.
but they were
Crap.
wrong.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
They thought I had walking pneumonia in my left lung, but I really just had mono.
I had that too.
And now you have it forever.
Now I have it
And
forever.
now you
You're
have it forever.
welcome.
Well, yeah. It is the kissing disease. So
No, I had mono too.
I'm
I didn't get it
screwed.
from kissing though. I got it from like sharing a drink, which is stupid.
See, that's the worst way to
It's
get it.
stupid.
Don't share your drinks with anybody besides people that you're planning to kiss anyway.
Did you drink out of this?
Yeah.
He probably
I mean,
didn't. wash
I've
it
already
either.
had mono.
He was
You
just
have it
trying to
now.
feel
You
I've
have
already
it now.
had it.
Yeah, Anderson, you're the only one at risk here.
I slept forever. Mono it dropped
it is
me
sleeping.
for a good month. I was like
you know
sleeping
what?
for a long time.
I think there was one time that my mom was really worried that I had it because I got really lethargic.
Yeah.
Like I was just like,
No,
this is pointless.
Right after I discovered I had mono, for whatever reason, well, actually, no, I had an interview for a job this one weekend that all of my friends were going out of town, so I couldn't go out of town with them. So I just lay on my back in my bed and played a computer game and watched Psych for like 8 hours that Saturday.
That sounds awesome.
It was kind of the best ever. Yeah, it was awesome. I
What's
regretted nothing.
What's your go-to entertainment for when you're sick, Logan?
Bad TV usually.
Okay.
It depends. When I was I don't get sick like I did when I was a kid, but when I was a kid it was always like daytime television. You know?
Okay.
Like
Yeah, nice.
yeah, like or the Disney Channel. Just a
Daytime
bunch of,
television
you know.
makes me feel like I'm sick, even if I'm not.
Exactly.
Because like the only people
Yeah.
who watch it are like unemployed people
Right.
who are sad.
Exactly.
Or sick people who are also sad. Also, hearing
True.
like the lead up to certain talk radio shows makes me think of being little and being in a hot car because we were doing errands all day with my parents.
Yeah.
Dave Ramsey, that music at the very beginning.
Oh.
Bad associations. Nope, can't handle it. Rush
That's rough.
Limbaugh's worse though.
I mean, if I was gonna choose to entertain myself for a long period of time, now it would be like books or good
I like-
movies. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Lord of the Rings or Harry Potter, just a
That's-
marathon.
Dude,
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
sure,
that's
yeah.
a great.
Well, and it's
sick
good for when you're
movie.
sick because then you're like, well, I'll just fall asleep for 3 hours now.
Right.
And then you can
Yeah.
fall asleep. Like, if you're reading a book, you have to stop your entertainment
Exactly.
to fall asleep.
Exactly.
I'm not about that.
Well, I mean, if I read, I go to sleep. Like, so if I
See,
want to
that's
go to
the
sleep, I'll start reading something. G.
Geese.
Geese. That's
Is
pretty
that
good.
fall?
Fly south?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Where do they go? I mean, I know that they go south, right? But where?
They go to North Carolina. Is one of the. I mean,
They go to North Carolina?
you still haven't seen this. Have you seen the movie Fly Away Home?
No.
It was about the geese.
No.
Because Canadian geese, you see a lot of them in the U.S.
Yeah.
Get out of our country. Canadian geese. Go to
Talk
your
about border control.
Go to your own country.
Just-
But yeah, they're born in Canada and then they fly south for the winter. So North Carolina counts for south for the winter. And this
But
is,
I always see them. You always see them flying south from Georgia for the winter.
well, some are more smarter and they're like, we got to go further.
we gotta go to Florida.
Is there like a town in like Florida or Cuba or something
know.
that just gets inundated
There-
with all these geese?
There
I don't
is
think geese go that.
How far
I
can
don't
they go?
see geese in Florida.
There
I see
is
a lot
a
of nasty ducks, but not geese.
there is a city in Mexico
Yeah.
where all the monarch butterflies go
Yes.
Oh.
for their migration, and it's this forest that looks orange because it's just covered in monarchs.
Why haven't you taken me there?
It's disgusting.
Doesn't that sound awesome?
That sounds
That sounds
amazing.
disgusting.
Why haven't you taken
They're all
me there?
bugs, though. You
'cause I
gotta
was
think
get-
about it. They're all like bugs.
So, oh, they're beautiful butterflies.
You want to go?
You wanna get
Yes,
swarmed?
Let's go.
Do you love me?
Okay.
Look, as soon as you get swarmed by thousands of butterflies, they're not going to be cute. Or
No, they
like-
are. Have you ever
or-
been
or
to a
beautiful.
butterfly house?
Oh, sure.
Dude.
Are you the guy that it lands on you and you kind of go, oh?
No. But if 1,000 swarmed me, I'm not comfortable
No,
with that.
they can't
hurt
swarm
They've
you.
got a
They flutter
proboscis.
you.
They've got a,
Yeah,
what's
but
it called?
Even
The
if they
little tongue?
land on me. I'm not-
Proboscis.
They've got a proboscis.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
doesn't actually help. I'm kind of scared of them now.
No, but it like
Mosquitoes
tickles
have
you. It
proboscis.
feels all nice.
Proboscis?
Proboscis.
Probosky. It's a Russian word.
Proboscis.
Probosky.
Proboscis.
You have to wear one of those fuzzy hats when you say it, though.
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, 1,000 of anything around me, I'm not going to be comfortable with it. Like, even if it was rabbits
What's one?
or dogs.
Okay.
Or,
Cotton balls. Surrounded by 1,000 cotton balls.
well, they're not sentient. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay. So it's sentience.
What
Okay.
about,
Yeah.
what about little
1,000.
baby bunny rabbits?
1,000?
1,000 little baby rabbits.
I would be uncomfortable.
Well, you can't move.
Right,
so
like-
you would squish
like
a couple.
10 or 20, maybe?
No, 1,000.
1,000? Are they in, like, a swimming pool? What's happening
No,
here?
they're not drowning.
No, not like. I'm saying, are they in, like, a, like what?
You're
Am I in a
confi-
cage?
You're like
with a-
confined in your backyard.
No,
Is it
no, no.
is it claustrophobic?
It's like the Sound of Music, Maria, from the very beginning, except it's you on the Austrian hills. And it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
thousands
You're,
of
yeah, you're
bunnies
just like in a
around.
meadow.
Okay, well I can
They're
deal
not-
with
they
that.
haven't,
I'm
like-
saying, like, put me in a cage with 1,000 of any animal. I'm not going to be.
Oh,
comfortable.
no, yeah, not in a cage.
Especially
It's
1,000
very-
blue whales.
Oh God,
Wait,
it's a
no.
big cage.
It's a very big cage.
I don't think there are 1,000 blue whales.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
That big?
I mean,
Probably. They've gotta
they
be.
be endangered,
huge.
right?
It would be so
Do you know how big they
endangered.
are?
Massive. Approximately.
300 feet. Is that too big? That's too big. That's a
Uh,
football field, so it's probably too big.
I
Maybe
want to say
not.
no.
Dude, underwater's so crazy.
probably like 110.
I believe it.
It's probably 110. It's probably like 2 buses at least.
Yeah, I want to say they're only like 100 feet.
Okay.
Only.
Hold on.
You know, I
That's
can take
whatever.
that.
It's like 10
Yeah, because I
stories.
think it's like 30 meters is how long.
We used to
Oh,
hunt those with
about it.
spears in little boats.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Dude, those
Humans
people
were dumb.
Man,
Humans are dumb.
man for the
Human
win.
men are dumb.
Yeah, they're
I
like,
don't think it was
Hey!
women who were like, let's go out on the
I'm
boat.
gonna go
and-
stab that majestic
No, because it was
creature.
the woman back at the house going, "I'm hungry," and the man's like, "All right, I'll
But
go
it was
kill
for
a wild
oil.
animal."
It was for oil. It wasn't like
It
we
was for
didn't
oil,
eat
just for
the.
gain.
It was just for the fat.
Well, but we had to buy the
it was like
lunch.
coal.
But you also had to shape a spear a certain way. And you're like, you know, my favorite thing, I'm going to shape a spear like that. Here we go and kill things with it.
You know
Like,
what?
what a male thing.
You know what? There are some things that are just they're gonna look like that no matter what.
I mean,
Like,
it's a very good
like,
shape
yeah.
for that, I
what?
suppose.
Are you talking about spear shapes now?
Yes.
Yes.
And any phallic shapes, really.
I didn't get like the connection to like. I was like, what is spear shapes and males?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I get it now.
That. H.
Did we do I?
That comes after H, love.
Oh, no! I was trying to pregame.
This is
It's okay. You count numbers.
Halloween, Halloween, Halloween.
Halloween.
I don't like that movie.
You don't like that?
I
worst.
don't either.
There's so many
Why
things.
though? Why
Okay,
though? Because
here's-
I don't like it for a very specific reason. I love.
I have
Yeah,
two
I love
main
the
reasons.
I love the creativeness
Don't care.
and the world building, but
Don't
there's
care.
one very specific reason I hate that movie.
Don't care.
Go ahead,
I have
tell
two
me.
things I don't like about it. One, if you watch it at Christmas time, you feel cheated because it's half of a Halloween movie.
Correct.
But if you watch it at Halloween, you're like, what am I doing? This is a Christmas movie. So there's not a good time to watch
It's
it.
not a good time to
first
watch
off.
it. Okay. What if you wait? Whoa.
Whoa.
What if you watched the Halloween bit and then stopped it, and then when you got to the Christmas part, you played that, and then it goes back to Halloween. So it's like a a full year of a movie.
You just watch half a movie.
No, because you watch like the first third, then you watch the middle third, and then you watch the back third.
See, I'd actually be willing to try that.
We should try it this year.
You should just
Okay,
watch
let's
it
do it.
like in November, and then you get like.
And then it's like right between for
Right.
Thanksgiving. It
Exactly.
could be your Thanksgiving tradition.
I don't like creepy claymation, and I never
That
have.
too.
I've never.
It is
liked
the
it.
epitome of creepy claymation.
I just like
because there's
it's-
been good claymation since.
Oh yeah,
but
and it's not
that's
creepy at all.
creepy as.
Like yeah, there's like
What makes it claymation? How do they make it? Is it stop action?
Not to sound dumb, but it's claymation if it's clay.
So it's clay figures that are stop action?
stop motion.
Yeah. So
Stop motion.
Yeah.
So claymation is kind of a made up term for
What?
stop motion that
Okay.
is specifically clay.
Okay, okay.
So very often people will like apply claymation to like Kubo and the Two Strings. Kubo
Yeah.
and the Two Strings was stop motion. It wasn't.
Yeah,
claymation.
it wasn't claymation.
Because
though.
all
It's mostly
that stuff was
paper
like
and
3D
stuff.
printed.
Yeah, it's like paper too, right? There's a lot
I
of
don't think there was.
paper effects.
There were paper effects, but they
Yeah.
were all 3D printed stuff.
It just blows my mind that people can do that. Stop motion.
Oh,
Like,
it's super impressive.
blows my mind.
Like
yeah.
I just enjoy Isle of Dogs and Fantastic Mr. Fox
yes.
and like less creepy.
I haven't seen those ones.
Those are still
Very
kind of
funny.
eerie in
They're
still
eerie,
frame.
but
in
it's
still
but
frames.
it's,
Those
it's
are like
the tone. It's
"Ugh."
the tone of the movie, though. It's the tone of the movie.
Okay, I also.
I don't get
But,
why we
okay,
need a
but this
Christmas
is my
horror
problem
movie
with Halloween,
first.
and
Wait,
this is
but
my
I have another problem.
no. Okay, go
With
ahead.
Halloween, that's not the name of the movie.
I know.
I don't buy Jack's relationship with Sally.
At all.
It was dumb. I was like, okay. Also, who is Sally? Like, where'd she come
She's
from?
like
Why is
Miss
she
Also,
all
Frankenstein.
fucked
what
up?
right?
happens to their relationship at the end?
She's like, cool, I love you, bye. And then they like get together, kind of.
I
don't
don't think
remember,
they do.
honestly.
I think that storyline literally just stops.
See, it's
I
dumb.
don't think it concludes. It doesn't. Like nothing
So
happens to
the
it.
movie did what it wanted to do, right? It was all about the world building. I feel.
Spooky Christmas.
Well, this is
Yeah.
it's the same problem I have with 90% of Tim Burton's work.
Okay.
It starts in a really sad, depressing place where your main character is disappointed with their
and
place
it
in
ends
life,
there too.
and it ends in that exact same place. Like Jack is sort of like, oh well, that wasn't my role. I'm supposed to do
He
my
gets to be
role.
belongs
Like,
there,
like I
yeah.
belong in Halloween Town, but
But you don't
Part
think
of
he's gonna be
your
happier.
world.
he's not gonna be happy.
The
Yeah,
point is
he's
not to be happy in Halloween Town.
yeah.
That's
You're not
true.
supposed to be happy. Yeah,
That's
it's
true. What's your favorite Halloween costume you've ever done?
that I've ever done.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I
What's
have.
the year?
Shh.
Okay.
I have twice committed hardcore to my Halloween costume.
Okay.
The first time, the most recent time, I shaved my head so that I would be
yes.
Lex Luthor.
It was a dark time.
Because the
I was
thing
there.
was, I had no costume. So I
Yeah.
had nothing to dress up as, but I had a suit.
Yeah.
So I was like, cool, I'm just going to shave my head. And I made a little button I still have that says vote for Lex. And I put it on. And also, this was the year of the election. This was the year of the most recent
Yeah.
presidential election. So it was perfect
2016.
timing.
Yeah.
It
Of
was-
course, the election was in like 2 weeks. or
yeah, and
whatever.
everyone was like going nuts over that. So like I kind of had some steam to run off of for a while. So yeah, I shaved my head and everybody in class didn't know who I was. It was kind of hilarious.
Okay, but why were you at a party with all the people in your class?
I didn't go to a party with them.
Nah, this was just
This is,
it was
this is,
a
I
school
just
thing.
dressed
You just,
up because
did
we
it
had
for
class that
school.
day. So I just shaved.
People do that?
I shaved
I
my head the
didn't.
night before. Oh, there were people that showed up. I was really the only one that like
there's-
dressed up that day.
There's
But,
like people in costume all the time at SCAD though.
It's true.
SCAD's a-
There's like
SCAD's
a
strange,
furry every other day.
fun
Like,
place.
anyways,
Uh,
the other time I
We
committed.
had one of those on campus one time, and the cops got called, and we didn't.
What?
I think
no.
somebody
Right.
lost a bet. The last day of class, somebody showed up to class
That poor person.
in an ape suit, and there was like an eagle alert
if that
about it
counts
and
as a
all this
furry.
stuff.
That's fantastic.
And my sister like low key flipped out and was like, "Laura, I just don't want you to go to class." I was like, "Cool, I'm not gonna go to class." So I didn't. It was a Friday. I didn't care enough.
So the other time I committed hardcore,
Yes.
I also shaved my head. This was back in high school. I shaved my head so that I could be Harold in the purple crayon.
Aww.
So I had a giant purple crayon,
Okay.
and I wore a white long sleeve and white long pants, and I was
Did you draw your way out of there?
no, but the
That's so
but,
you,
but the purple
though.
crayon did work. It actually wrote purple
Sweet.
because it was just a marker that I'd like covered in a bigger
should have
purple
had a
crayon. But
giant purple
it was
crayon.
giant. It was giant.
Oh.
But like the tip was just a marker, so that I could actually draw with it.
I get it.
It's pretty dope. I have pictures of that.
Aw, that's pretty great. I want to see pictures.
Yeah,
What's
those
your best
are
one,
those
Logan?
are the best ones I think I've done.
Halloween kind of dipped for me.
I always think I'm gonna do something really cool.
I know, me too.
And I'm
then
like,
I,
okay,
forget
and
about
I'm
it
like,
till the week
okay,
of.
I need to start working on that now. See that foam up there?
Yeah.
That is for a cosplay that I have yet to make ever.
What? You're gonna do a cosplay of what?
I keep like planning something and then I'm like,
future.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
That's
But like I keep like going, oh right, I gotta do something with that, and then it passes by.
Halloween kind of stopped for me when I got hit by a car.
Oh, yeah. That was
Yeah.
Which
I
time was this?
That was when I was 8. That was the first one.
That was
Dude,
the first
That
one.
was the
Logan.
first one. I was like, that was
You
the
were
worst one
trick-or-treating
too.
and someone hit you?
Yeah, like literally, it was technically a hayride. It was pretty crazy. I was like,
A hayride hit you? Or you were on a hayride?
I was getting on a hayride and I fell under it and it literally ran me over.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
It was, and
Still
it's not like a little hayride either. It was like
No,
a
it's
car.
like a
It was like
trailer?
it was a car hauler. Yeah, like it was like one of those big
Yeah.
like I think you need like at least.
Oh my god!
Dude, that's pretty young to get Halloween ruined for you.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. So
What were you dressed up as that year?
a Grim Reaper, which was like weirdly ironic. Like, it was very weird.
Oh, that's perfect.
No, but yeah, that was the worst one. And after that, I just stopped caring. Like I'm planning on doing a cosplay too soon, but
That's
yeah,
rough, dude.
I did. I was Zorro. You know Zorro movies. You know with I dressed as him for like 3 or 4 years.
Of
when
course,
I was like
I mean,
a
that's a
toddler.
great one. Yeah,
You know when I was a toddler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had a little mustache. It was good. It's adorable.
Now it's great to be married because now I want to do like couples.
Oh, like the one that we're
Costumes.
going to do this year.
Well, now I don't know which one you're talking about because for a while,
I'm talking about the best one that we've
for a
thought of.
while we were gonna do
Yeah.
Frodo and Smeagol, but the problem with that,
Anderson, a Smeagol, and a loincloth.
but the problem is that means I have to wear a loincloth in the middle of October.
Anderson, there will be all sorts of girls suffering worse. Promise.
I don't care about them.
But
I don't care about them.
you could take one for the team.
You can just wear a bodysuit if you're like concerned about it.
I'm not.
Okay.
No.
But
just
to me,
saying.
part of the hilarity is Anderson in itty bitty shorts or a loincloth. Like, that's what I love most about it. And then
Are
I
you
will
gonna
be
shave your head
Frodo.
for that one too?
Well,
I
she
could
gave
be
me
Frodo in a wig.
permission to, which is kind of.
I could be Samwise instead.
You should carry.
Why
the
would you be
fish.
Samwise?
He's a ginge.
Yeah, but
Is he?
But the Frodo.
Yeah.
But the Frodo.
Frodo makes more sense.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
because like there's.
I've got the
Also,
coloring.
I feel like
it's
we
more
should.
of a couple.
Also, I feel like we should play up the. I mean, I was saying we should be Shaggy and
do you guys-
what's the redhead?
Oh.
Even though they're not a couple, or I could be Fred in that case.
Shaggy.
From Scooby Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
I'd be Shaggy.
he doesn't technically date anybody. I don't think.
I know,
No,
but like
Shaggy's
I could be
just hot.
Shaggy, and then
He's
you'd be
hot all the
Daphne
time.
Daphne, yeah.
because she's got the red
Yeah.
hair. I gotta
Shaggy's just
work
on
with this red
Booty.
hair I've got.
Wouldn't you?
Yes, you have to.
I feel
It's
like
my red
Fred-
hair.
Hey, remember what we thought of last year?
I feel like
that we
Fred
didn't
and
do?
Daphne have like more of a.
What did we think of
thing
last year?
Kim Possible and Runstoppable.
Yeah,
and
we
then
still
we didn't do
We
it.
still need to do
I
that.
think
We
that's
actually
the best one.
Dude, I'm so
personally.
ready.
look at this.
It's the best one.
Wouldn't that be
Like,
good?
Yeah,
It'd be
you
perfect for
just
us.
need a rat and a burrito.
I
and
just
you're
gotta
good.
go get
That's
this.
the thing.
Yeah.
The funny thing though is she hasn't really seen much of it, so she.
But I know, like, so what's the stitch? Do 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 do.
Okay.
I know all the like important things. Crop
Okay.
top.
Yeah.
Black gloves. Red hair.
Yeah, we gotta do that. Let's just do that.
Let's talk
do
about
that.
over-sexualization of redheads in film. You know, that's just an example.
Yeah, what's the redhead in every?
Thus,
Yeah,
think about Mad Men. I mean, anytime someone's gonna cheat on his wife, it's gonna be with a ginge.
I don't know if you noticed this in all of the comics I ever did, but usually if I had a female in my comic, especially remember the giant squid monster, the
Oh, yeah,
shark
I remember
attack.
that one. That was scary.
She's a redhead.
Yeah.
All the women in all my stuff was redhead.
It's
That was,
either
before,
that-
that was before I met her.
It's either that or you're like doing like long dark hair.
Yeah,
Because you like designing long
Oh
dark
yeah,
hair.
Long,
that's
long
true.
hair.
You're just like
Yeah.
long hair.
that's true. Okay, I
Finally.
Inception.
what? Okay, explain.
Came out in the fall, I think. I don't
Well, you
think
do
it
have
did.
to fall to like get out. So
Okay,
like, they
fun
usually use a
fact.
fall.
The first time I saw Inception, I missed the
Don't
first
put
15
Inception.
minutes. Or I missed the first 10 minutes.
Oh, good.
I was real confused.
I was about to say.
The whole movie.
Yeah, there's no catching catching up on that.
no
you know what?
catching
I
up on
wonder
that
what's the least amount of time you could miss and still not know what's happening. I bet you
Probably
could miss.
10 minutes.
You could probably do like 5.
It's
Because like,
probably the intro. Like, if you miss
It's
that
kind
first
of-
dream sequence, you're screwed.
You're screwed. So when I came in, he was like at a table inexplicably talking to this old Asian dude, and then what's his name got stabbed, and I was like, ah!
I need to see that movie again. I think I've only actually seen it the one time.
Every time I watch that movie, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I got it. And then like with half an hour to go, I'm like, I don't got it. I don't know what's happening.
There was a at SCAD there was an infographic and the graphic designers station one time that like explained all of Inception, like
That's
how
really
deep
cool.
they were and stuff, like who was where and all this.
Yeah.
It was really awesome. I appreciated that.
Yeah, I bet if you sat down and drew it out, it'd be really simple. But that's kind of cheating also. At the end, does it fall over or not?
Oh, the little thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
The top?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does?
I think it does. It stops moving, so
You
it
say
does.
yeah? It just
I don't think
blacks
it
out
matters.
on it.
It doesn't matter. I don't know why people... I don't need a clean-cut ending. I had another debate like this with Richard, the same thing. I don't care.
My
Is this
brother?
what drove him to the army?
No.
My brother?
No.
His roommate
I know.
Richard.
No, we had a lot of debates on
My roommate
stuff.
Richard. Last year I did live with my brother named Richard.
Oh boy.
Anyway.
And he is in the military. So,
Exactly. I was like,
That's interesting.
my brother.
so that was you guys argued over.
I think so. I don't remember his stance, but we definitely argued about that.
Dude, some people get heated about it. I'm like,
I
chill.
know.
But
It's-
also,
I actually don't care, but also.
If it's a good story, it doesn't
no, but
need-
you have to.
Well,
choose.
here's the in that case, I say it doesn't.
Okay, I say it
But
does.
here's my problem with his totem to begin
Okay.
with. His totem is the dumbest totem because there's no way to know if you're getting a false negative. Okay? Think of everyone else's totem. Loaded dice. You roll that, you're going to get a specific number.
Yeah,
And if it isn't that number, you're in a dream.
yeah.
Okay? But if you spin this top, you have to wait for it to fall over. So you
It's not
can't.
gonna take that long though.
You could get a really good spin.
Yeah, but it's not gonna stay
I mean, I
longer
guess,
than a
like-
minute and a half at a really good spin. That's a really good spin.
Have you seen Beyblades?
What? No, what is that?
We talked about this once, didn't we? I think we did.
It's like battling tops. It's like it's an
Oh,
anime.
I know.
Really cool.
Yeah.
What's the?
Dude, they had those at Fort Discovery. You
Oh,
could
a
do them for
yodel,
real.
a yondel, a
What are you
yadel,
talking
Dreidel?
dreidel.
Yeah, it's a dreidel.
A dreidel.
Little dreidel.
Battling
A yodel.
dreidels.
There's like a song about dreidels.
That's actually it's a gambling game, which is really
Oh.
interesting.
Dreidels?
Yeah. Well, at least
I thought it had to do with Hanukkah.
It's just
okay. I
Jewish.
don't
I
know.
don't think it
I
has to
don't
do
know.
with
I
Hanukkah,
don't
but
know.
it is Jewish.
But my art teacher in the 6th grade had us play dreidel, and it was basically a gambling game. I don't know if
cool.
that's the official way that.
That's how we should do it now.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably.
Like you spin it, and then if you land on a certain thing, you get to like take from.
So it's
we were
jacks
a little bit, yeah.
with the dreidel.
Mm.
I could ask my boss. She would know.
Anyway,
Well, because Inception doesn't, whatever. Indeciduous.
Okay, now that's just dumb.
No. Indeciduous
That's
is an
coniferous.
adjective. Now what?
Indecisive, you mean?
No. What? it is essentially coniferous, but it's basically to say this is something that will not fall.
Yeah.
If something is indeciduous, you're saying this will stand the test of time because it isn't like a deciduous thing where the leaves fall.
So
so Rome isn't indeciduous.
Yeah, why are you using double negative here?
So this table is indeciduous.
No,
Yes,
no,
or
it'll
that
fall.
would be like a really strong
It's not gonna
sentence to be like,
fall.
just push the table over. What? It would be like before the fall of Rome. They'd be like, or like,
Rome is
"Whoa,
Titanic
the
is
Titanic. The
indeciduous."
Titanic is indeciduous.
Why are we only thinking of things that we know are gonna fall?
Well, because it was the pompousness of
That's the
people
whole
before
point.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
So it
it's-
has a broader meaning.
Yeah.
Could it be like used like emotionally? My love for you is indeciduous. Would that really turn you on, Anderson?
I feel a little bit uncomfortable right now, but I really like it.
So it does turn you on for me to say that my love for you is indeciduous.
Logan, would you like to stay? Or...
I'm gonna exit the closet.
Jay.
No, but seriously, can you use it emotionally?
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an adjective, so.
Okay.
Or the way I saw it used is an adjective. It might.
It's a-
Jay, jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, well done.
He couldn't think of one earlier today when I was cheating.
There you go.
Nailed it.
How about Icepick instead of Indeciduous?
Oh, Icepick is way
Icepick?
better. Let's go with that. We don't even have to talk about it,
like,
but it's just
you
way
like
better.
stab ice with it.
What does that have to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. An ice scraper off your car. I mean, it gets colder in the fall.
Yeah, but not here.
Icepick.
Sorry.
Jack-o'-lantern. What have you... I once carved a minion, like, from Despicable Me.
Gross.
Into
What's wrong
a...
That is the worst. Anderson, we are never... We don't like minions.
Here's
in
the
our
thing,
house
though.
now.
This was only after Despicable Me. The first one came
Doesn't
out. And they
matter.
were still okay.
It's as bad
Doesn't
as
matter.
Shrek. You basically carved Shrek
I
into a
did.
pumpkin.
No, okay, no.
I would do
Shrek-
that
No, I
currently,
like
though.
Shrek, though.
I also...
I didn't like the Minions because of the commercials, because all the commercials were just like, I'm a cute minion, I'm weird. And I was like, but what's the movie about? I was surprised that the movie was good, and
Here's
but
the
the
thing.
Minions were not really that big a deal.
Minions are short films. That's all they are. They're great side characters.
They have
Yeah.
a full movie now.
But, no, I know. It's not okay. Well, the second or the third Despicable Me, don't ask me how I know this, but it was like
You
all
just
about
watch
the
a lot
minions.
of
Which was the
weird-
one with the purple minions?
That's
know.
two.
There's
I don't
two.
know.
It was on TV one time. Don't ask me
See,
why.
you're already trying to make excuses. I love it.
I know, but wasn't
Well,
the
and
third
now-
one where he
well-
finds his brother who like has a full head of hair?
Yeah, I never saw that one. Thank
Neither did
goodness.
I.
But what's crazy now is like Illumination, the
Yeah.
production house. Like when their logo comes up, a minion walks out, and you're like, I
Right.
feel like it's trying to be the Pixar lamp, and it's way
Yeah, it
more
is.
obnoxious and annoying.
Pixar
Yeah.
Lamp, it never screams about bananas.
What if?
Minions are also-
You know what? You know what they need to do
Yeah.
for their next like opener is one of the minions needs to like hop out and jump on one of the Illumination eyes.
The Minions are also like inappropriate.
Oh
They
yeah,
like show their butts and talk about inappropriate things. I'm like, this is for children.
yeah.
Concerns me.
My judge as to whether or not it's a good kids movie is whether or not there are any fart jokes. If there's a fart
Yeah.
joke, it's a bad kids movie because they're what's
there
it
fart
called?
jokes?
Something
Cheap
to the
humor?
lowest denominator.
Oh yeah, it's appealing to the
Appealing to the lowest
denominator.
common denominator.
But
yeah.
but I like Shrek though. Shrek is funny.
Shrek has a ton of fart jokes.
It
Shrek
does,
is so
but it's
dated.
good.
Shrek is so dated.
It is,
nothing,
but it's okay.
Nothing in that movie is funny anymore.
No,
It's Mike
funny to
Myers
me.
too, so and Mike Myers has a
that's
lot of
true,
fart
right.
jokes in his own like
I just-
adult movies.
I like it. What about Shrek 2?
Fart jokes in adult movies are awful.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Have you seen Austin Powers?
Unless they're done really well. Am I
Laura's
the only
cringing really
disgusting
hard.
person here?
no,
Like,
well, it's the whole. I mean, I guess any joke can be done well, but those are just stop.
it just reminds me
It's
of
like jump scares in horror. Just don't. Like,
just-
be more
it's just
creative.
cheap. It's just
be
easy
more
to do.
creative.
That's fair. What
If
about,
you
like, in
set,
a
if
TV
you like
show?
set up a fart joke, but then you didn't deliver, like there just wasn't a fart, like that would be good. Like that would be a clever way to take care of that. And then maybe it happens later, like delayed or something. I don't know. I don't know how
Maybe.
comedy works. That's why I started this.
Rule of 3, bro.
K. Oh wait, jack-o'-lanterns. We didn't even talk about those.
Mine always rot too quickly to eat. Like I only
That's
did
the
a
thing.
couple, but
Have you
being
ever
in Florida
We
too,
once-
they
have you
rot
ever like roasted the
like that.
seeds and all that?
We
You're, like,
did
supposed
once.
to do
I
that?
did
I don't
once,
like
too.
it. It
I
came out
did
really
once, too.
dry.
Yeah, my mom really likes pumpkin seeds in her coleslaw. There's this really good
Okay,
coleslaw
first
at
off,
Firebirds.
she likes coleslaw. And then she puts
No. You
pumpkin
need to have
seeds.
this coleslaw at Firebirds. Firebirds Bar and Grill. You guys.
is that close to
No,
your
no.
parents' house?
Yeah, I think it's a chain.
Okay.
But dude, because it's this coleslaw that comes with crab cakes. Best. Like
No.
I
Ain't it?
didn't this is what made me like crab cakes.
Okay.
You guys.
I'm literally
taking you.
feeling
I'm
low-key
taking
nauseated just
I'm
thinking about...
taking you on a date there. You don't have a choice.
I only eat my family's coleslaw and potato salad because all other versions are not good.
You said
I
potato
actually-
salad and she perked up. She went, huh.
Potato salad is good. Only the
potatoes in
southern
all
style.
form.
So the southern
yeah.
style is
There's
the only
potatoes
good
in these
potato
crab
salad
cakes.
though.
That's true.
Get out of here.
Okay, that's okay then.
There aren't potatoes in the crab cakes. I just said.
Anderson?
You don't
Are
put,
they fried?
You don't put potatoes in
The crab cakes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gotta be fried.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
that's how they make
Well, I
them.
guess they could be baked.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
No, it could
We
be
once
baked.
put firecrackers in our jack-o'-lantern.
That's awesome.
They
Did it
got
blow it
good.
up?
Oh yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
pretty sweet.
It's pretty awesome. We also once just lit it on fire. That was eerie because it is eerie.
I let mine rot this one time, and it was just nasty.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like literally, you'll cut a jack-o'-lantern and like 2 days later, it's done.
It's kind of nice how like
Yeah.
it contorts
lot
though,
of
and like it
work.
becomes even creepier because it looks like a
Yeah.
wrinkled old man.
Yeah, and then some,
Yeah.
It's nice.
and then some weird kid from the '80s comes in and smashes it.
Yes, that's true. Because that's all they did in the
That's-
80s.
that's all
They were
they did.
latchkey kids, and they
That's
just smashed jack-o'-lanterns.
And they TP'd houses.
K.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Kadaver.
But that's a C.
I think. Yeah.
What? No!
It is a C.
Oh.
Sorry.
Feels like a K in my world.
Candy corn with a K.
Dude, I did this last week too, didn't I? Did something that didn't have a K.
Korn, the band.
Katydid. That's all I've got.
What the hell is that?
Bug.
It's a little bug. It looks like a leaf.
Is it like a cicada? Oh, no.
no, it's like
I
a
know what you're
cricket.
talking
It's
about.
like a
yeah.
cricket.
Cicadas are creepy.
They
Can
are.
we talk
Cicadas
about
are.
that for a second? They're massive
Okay.
and terrifying.
There was
No,
a-
that's not a K though, love.
I'm
The
writing down
Katydid.
Katydid.
Okay.
There was a dead one on the ground, and I actually stepped on it.
With your bare foot?
No,
Ugh.
that'd be
I
bad.
think
No,
it is.
but it made a good crunch.
Oh,
Sure
I bet
it
it did.
did.
I bet it
I bet it
did.
It made a good crunch.
Yeah.
Why do you never... I feel like I never see live cicadas flying around.
No, you don't.
It's because
Why?
they like stick to trees.
This is the thing. So they live as a larva
Okay.
for like
Ever.
a day, and then they become the nymph, which is the one that is attached to the tree. It's
That
got the
leaves a
creeper
little
on.
shell on the tree.
But they're that for like years. They're that for like 7 years.
They're the nymph attached to the tree for years?
Yeah. They don't sit attached to the tree for the 7 years. They live underground
Oh.
for 7 years. And then there's a cicada bloom.
It's thousands.
And thousands pop up.
See, but I've never seen that happen either.
Well, no, you don't see it happen. You hear it happen.
No, I hear cicadas, yeah.
No. Like every 7 years, it's deafening. It's like 10 times worse. You've always lived it. I mean, Roswell's even pretty much the city. Like,
Yeah, it is.
but I lived out in the country, and you
Yeah.
could tell. Like, there would
But
just
did
be.
you see them, like, flying around?
I didn't. No.
Why? Why don't you see them flying around? That's the thing. Like, if you hear them so much...
Do they
and I've
just
seen
crawl out of the
dead
trees?
cicadas.
Just like,
Well, because they don't live as adults for like more than a month or something.
But you'd think you'd see them in that month.
You think you would?
That is creepy as, but I'm also kind of okay with it.
Yeah. I like that they just die and they like roll up into like that like tubular shape and they just fall down. They're like,
yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah,
I stepped
and they're
on.
like, goodbye.
I don't. It's annoying when I'm trying to write and I'm hearing them, and I'm just like, stop.
Oh, I
Please.
like it. It's really, really
It
soothing
depends.
To
to
me,
me.
it's peaceful.
If I hear it and I like key into it, then I can't stop hearing it.
Oh, yeah.
And it gets really
it's like
annoying.
the sound of a train is really peaceful to me, even though
Yeah.
I'm scared
Have you
of
ever
trains.
sat in a crowded room and try to like piece together various conversations that are happening?
Without
like,
looking at the people?
Eavesdrop? Sure.
Well, no, but like, there's like several different conversations, and you just you sit there and you're like, okay, this is just noise, and then you go and you try to like tune in
Sure.
on just
You can do the
one,
same thing
and
with
you're
a
like,
band. You can like,
Yeah.
I want to hear the guitar, and you like tune in on
Yeah.
the guitar.
Or like harmony or whatever.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do it with harmony.
It's pretty cool that your ears can do that.
L.
Lanterns.
Lanterns.
That's boring.
You're boring.
Uh,
Logan
Oh,
for boring.
I'm. What's that word? Unsinkable. I'm unsinkable.
You're indefatigable.
You're in deciduous,
Indeciduous.
not in.
Indeciduous. yeah.
Indeciduous.
What did you
It sounds
put
like you're
down earlier?
non-decisive. I put down lantern because that's terrible, but
Yeah.
it should be leaves
Oh, you're right.
because the leaves look so pretty.
Did you ever make a leaf pile that was not big enough and then just jump into it and hurt yourself?
Yes, but it's not because the leaf pile wasn't big enough. It's because
Sure.
There was
I
rocks.
jumped in and I like cannonballed. So I
Did you land right on your tailbone?
No, I didn't land on my tailbone. I landed on my feet, and then my face ran into my knee.
Ouch!
Sweet.
And I was so scared that I'd, like, chipped a tooth or something.
We don't have leaves in Florida.
Florida's a dark place.
Florida is. It's we had a whole conversation about Florida in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
It's literally just like Walmart's crackheads and like
And alligators.
dust and dust. Yeah.
Iguanas. We saw a video of this giant alligator in a sewer.
Yeah.
It was real scary.
Terrifying.
This guy was like getting the mail and he was like, something feels weird, and then he like shines his camera
Yeah.
down in the sewer and there's just this massive alligator looking at him. It's terrifying.
Have you seen those videos of raccoons where there's like one and he feeds it and then he like pans the camera up and there's like 20 eyes like
Dear God. Oh no. We did see a video of a raccoon being fed cotton candy.
yeah.
He like goes to wash it off and then he loses it and he's like looking for it in the river. He looks so frantic. It's the best.
It's so funny. Yeah, I love the colored leaves. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It is. It's beautiful.
We had a huge, we still have, I just don't live there anymore, but my parents have this huge yard, and so every fall there's the, when we go to Thanksgiving, oh yeah, you both have been there, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
when we go there for Thanksgiving, we'll probably be shanghaied into, raking up all the leaves.
Nice.
Across the whole, yeah. Well,
okay.
because there's nobody home anymore, and they need somebody to
Well,
clean
it's
that place
also
up.
like, did you hear about this for Father's Day?
Hmm.
We were over there for Father's Day. And, okay, now Father's Day happens in the middle of the summer, right?
Yeah,
What day was it? It was like in...
It's
It's
right around
June.
Heroes.
It's in
Come
June.
on.
Yeah. It was
It
right
was
after.
the weekend
yeah.
of Heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were up there,
Hi, Dad. We know you're listening.
and his dad was like, for Father's Day, I just want you guys to like, the best present for me would just be for you guys to help me get the house ready for this party that they were throwing. So we all were like, the boys were like pressure washing the porch, and I was like painting a chair outside, like
Nice.
all this stuff. I was like, such a dad gift. Like, so you know, for Thanksgiving, you'll be like, I'm so thankful I have all these kids to rake up all the leaves for me. I mean, you can't slide him because the man works so hard.
Oh, yeah.
But
Like-
he's totally just taking advantage of free labor.
Yeah.
It's the only reason you
Dad's
have
the
7
best like that.
children.
Yep.
Oh, so good.
And because you love your children. I mean, I know that too. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But free
Oh,
labor, though.
sentimental.
Ugh.
Gross. M.
I don't know.
If we hadn't already done corn maze, I would
Oh yeah.
say maze. But we're gonna do something way more exciting. Michaelmas. So you've heard of Christmas?
Michaelmas.
Sure, Michaelmas.
I have no idea.
It might actually be Michaelmas.
I'm not
It's the Archangel Feast,
Oh, that's
from
sick.
Michael?
where we
Dude,
celebrate.
the Archangel Michael is
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
that awesome.
So this is September 29th. So it's right inside
Oh.
the fall
We
window.
just feast all the time in the fall. I love
And-
that.
Dude,
Yeah.
if I were to pick a
We, like,
religion based on holidays, I
starve in
would
the
totally
spring,
be Jewish.
winter.
Jewish people have holidays like
They have
all
so
the time.
What's the one the
awesome.
festival of the booths where you like
Yeah.
just sit in a booth and you
I don't know
like-
what you do for any.
I don't know what you do, but like everybody just sits in a booth.
What?
Yeah.
probably
It's
like
just a
eat
booth?
matzo balls and hang out with your Jewish
Dude,
relatives.
And they have such good food. Like part
Dude,
of
they do.
their like part of their festivals is all about like this
all
is
about the food.
specifically the food. Like Passover, there's like a whole order to like now we eat the spices that are nasty and now we eat the good stuff and now we eat. I mean I don't actually know
Dude,
the
it's
order.
so
but-
balanced. It's awesome. I'm all about it.
It's good.
Like, yeah,
Ugh,
all about it.
sounds good. But anyways, that's Michaelmas. I mean,
What is it though?
it's just a celebration of the archangels. I guess it's
Is it
it's more
Jewish?
Catholic.
Catholic.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So
I feel
there's
the
like
Catholics
so
do stuff
remember
like
in
that.
our episode of Supernatural the other night, Uriel?
Yeah.
He's
No,
one of the
yes.
one of the other he was
Oh, I didn't recognize that name.
yeah, he's one of the other like archangels.
So he's an angel too.
Yes.
Just smite the people.
I guess I wonder what it means to be an archangel as opposed to any other angel. You're grinning really hard. What's up?
Sorry, you just referenced Supernatural for like Bible facts. Which is like I don't know where you are in that show, but it gets
references,
like it gets real skewed.
I mean, yeah,
Just
it's,
that the name is
yeah.
a Bible name.
it's totally
But
biblically
also-
accurate. There's werewolves in it. There's werewolves in the Bible, right?
Oh, sure.
Okay, so how did Michael become
Trying to
an
think of where there
Irish
could be a
name?
werewolf.
Is that just because Irish people were historically Catholic?
Sure.
Because, like, you know, you'll be in the Bible and you'll
Michael's
be like,
like a
this person's named Mahershala Hashbaz, and then this person's named Isaac. And you're like, cool.
well.
I know that
it was
one. but I
probably
did not
it was
know the
probably
other.
Michal.
Michael.
It sounded really impressive.
That was good.
that's probably it.
We
and
just-
then the
You're right,
English,
now it sounds
the English,
Jewish.
the English
We
translation.
just stole it.
Well, because the
I just
cool
feel,
thing about
I feel like Michael is like
Hebrew
seems
is that there's like
an
no
Irish name.
vowels. It's all consonants. It's just
What?
yeah,
Really?
yeah,
And they read it the wrong way too.
yeah,
Dude, they gotta sort their lives
yeah.
out.
Because like Shabbat, it's just like it's just consonants put together. Like, that's why it sounds so guttural. It's because it is.
Oh.
English is the worst language though, because
No, English is. It's impossible.
English is-
yeah, because we
English
got
is
like a
awful.
bunch of like sounds that make different sound. Like
They're diphthongs.
yeah,
When you put two.
Wait, I thought it was diphthong.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Oh, okay.
When you put two vowels. together,
How
they make a
frustrating that phonetic is not.
sound. I know, it's the worst ever.
I think I've mentioned that already on this podcast.
You did,
'cause
on
I'm
the episode I was listening
I'm
to
so
today.
mad about that. I'm
You
so
really
mad
are.
about
You're really
that.
not gonna. But like, leave it to English. Like the word miscellaneous is so long. Wait, why is that one of those?
Misc.
The word abbreviation. That's the one I was thinking of. The word abbreviation is so long. It's like, what? You have to abbreviate the word abbreviation.
Yep.
You know, just like stuff like that. Like English just loves to be contrary. I think it says a lot about America. I know we got it from the Brits. Chill out, but I just think
That's pretty good.
yeah.
In
November.
November.
do you remember? That's September, but
But remember the
The
5th
5th of
November.
November.
Which is funny. Okay, so let's talk about Guy Fawkes Day for a bit.
Okay.
sure.
Guy
It's
Fawkes
so
Day.
weird that they celebrate that.
Let's celebrate this guy that tried to
Terrorism.
blow up Parliament.
I know. I don't
What?
get it.
I
don't
did
get
like
it.
I watched V for Vendetta and I like V for
Great movie.
Vendetta.
Well, because it makes sense, because the Parliament is like actually
Evil. Like they're
bad.
actually
Yeah, in
evil
that
and
movie
terrible.
makes
So it's like, okay, I understand why he has like taken up this mantle.
Please try again.
Logan's watch just said that something is wrong, so now I'm worried. You
Let's just ignore it.
But also that movie has the single best use of the 1812 overture ever.
that's yeah. Oh, 100%.
Oh, easily.
It's just like at the very beginning. Yeah.
Oh
and
yeah,
at the end.
at the
And
very
yeah,
beginning
yeah.
and at the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, his V speech where he
Oh,
just
the best.
goes
Yeah.
off.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
And that's the guy who plays Elrond.
Yes, I used to be able to do that speech.
Really?
Trying to think.
Was that your
Voila.
reference?
Voila. In view, a humble Vaudevalian
Okay.
villain, cast vicariously as both victim and villain by the vicissitudes of fate.
Good.
This visage, no mere veneer of vanity, is the vestige of a vox populi, now vacant, vanished. That's
This is
it.
so hot right now. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's all I've got. But there's more.
When I was in London, I went to the Parliament by myself one day, and I just like sang the 1812 overture while watching Carman and imagining it blow up. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Oh.
October.
But add one more word to make it cool.
Fest.
Yes!
Heck yeah.
And a K.
Oktoberfest.
Just like
Oktoberfest
sausage
runs.
and beer.
Oktoberfest actually runs from September 22nd, the
Oh.
Equinox,
The Equinox.
through December, through October 7th.
October 7th? That's barely October at all.
I know.
Dude, we have to go to Helen for Oktoberfest. You've never been to Helen, have you?
No.
Is that in Georgia?
Yeah. Helen,
Georgia just wants to be Eastern or Southern Europe.
Yeah.
Like it really just wants to be
Yeah.
Southeast Europe.
But Helen is
We've
like
got Helen, we've got Rome, we've got Athens.
Yeah.
But Helen isn't like Greece. It's like a German town.
Yeah, but Helen is the Hellen people, like the Hellenistic.
Yes, which is
The
Greek.
Hellens. Yeah. Yeah.
Helen, Georgia is not like Greece.
Yeah, well, we've got Athens, so it makes me think.
Well, you haven't been to Helen.
Isn't there another place that sounds like
Yeah, there is. I forgot what it is.
Savannah.
there's Rome?
Savannah.
Savannah.
Sounds like Savannah, Georgia.
Oh, and it's also Georgia, which is a country in Europe.
That's true.
That's true.
Is it in Europe?
It's
I'm
like
pretty
on
sure
the
Georgia
border.
was named after King George. I'm pretty sure.
It was.
Well, that's okay.
yeah.
Shh, you're wrong, Anderson.
But yeah, Oktoberfest. How good is that?
I don't know.
I don't drink
do
beer.
Oktoberfest. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't.
I'm.
If Ian was here, we'd have a fun time. Like that was the biggest reason I was hoping he
Oh,
would
you
be
just
here
wish
tonight.
I were Ian, don't you?
No, I don't wish you were Ian.
That'd be
I
weird.
do wish Ian was here.
We're here.
Oh, you. Yes, I really wish he were here now.
Good job. Good job. Proud of you.
P.
Pretentious.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin as a flavoring.
Pumpkin
What about
spice
Spice.
latte.
pumpkin
There we
spice
go.
latte? So my sister got one of those the other day, and I was like, A, is it even in season yet? B, how can you live with yourself getting one of those in September? Like
I don't know.
the August-September border is just so
I don't
early.
drink coffee.
I saw.
Like I
do
might
I.
might do pumpkin spice in like a muffin or something, but Like,
I love the
is
smell
that,
of
is
it.
that
but I don't
allowed?
like
Well, we
tasting it.
already
Oh, yeah, for
we
sure.
already
Pumpkin muffins are
settled the fact that key lime pie is the best pie, but
Yes,
That's true.
pumpkin muffins,
are very good.
very good.
I don't like the texture of pumpkin, but I do like the flavor of it.
Pumpkin
like-
bread. Have
But you know
had
what?
pumpkin
I wonder
bread?
if I like
Yeah.
the flavor of pumpkin or I like all the spices. Like,
See, that's the thing. It's like
Associated
it's
with
like
it.
carrot cake. It doesn't like taste like carrot. It's just like
yeah,
a
I don't know
spicy-
what
makes
pumpkin.
the
I don't know
best
what
carrot
pumpkin
cake.
actually tastes
Yeah.
like.
It's
I'm just
very
thinking
good.
of like cinnamon and
Mm-hmm.
nutmeg. Like that's what I think of as pumpkin.
I get that.
Let's fall flavors too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the topic of the episode.
Oh wow!
How cool! Jeez.
And like candles, the fall scents are easily the best ones for candles.
Well,
Oh, I
this,
agree.
this caramel.
This caramel one that we've got,
Yeah.
I know,
Oh,
it's pretty
candles.
sweet. I used to
Dope.
have this apple pie candle that I would light all the time.
Well, it was Memorial Day, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Memorial Day weekend. We went shopping,
Right.
and we were
Oh,
like getting
wow.
all of our stuff, and then we saw this candle that was like, get 5 candles for a buck, and we were like, yes.
It's time.
But then that guy cut us in line, and we were like, "What?"
Like it was
Remember?
so bizarre. Like we were.
It was weird.
It's always that weird thing where if like I'm not in a hurry, but someone still does something socially wrong,
Rude. I
then
know.
I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna make a fuss out of this because it doesn't matter. But
But now I feel upset about
but
it.
you messed up, bro.
Yeah.
It's like when we were at that other place, and that lady very, in a very shocked way, wouldn't let you come in the dressing room with me, and I wanted to be like, "A married lady.
Yeah, this isn't wrong.
It's not crazy."
I like to do the opposite, where I have a bunch of stuff, not the dressing thing. No, I have a bunch of stuff at the grocery store, and there's like a person behind me with like 3. I'll be like, "You go first." Do
Oh.
it.
Yeah,
It's-
see, that's
You know
nice.
what? You know
It's
what I've
better,
always wanted
yeah.
to try is to have like a cart full of stuff. Go up to somebody like in a line,
Yeah.
and they've got like 2 things, and be like, "Hey, could I go in front of you? Do you mind? I'm in a real hurry. Can I go real
Please,
quick?" And they're like,
please.
what?"
No, that's awful. No, I mean, if
what if they said yes just to be polite? That's the thing. People try so hard to be polite,
it's
Anderson.
the South.
You know,
Don't do that to
well, this is
people.
what I've learned from your sister: is if you ask for something, people will just give it to
People
you.
will give it to you. It is so crazy. My
is
sister just
crazy.
asks for stuff all the time.
If you just ask, 9 out of 10 times, people are like, "Okay, yeah," because they don't know, because it never comes up. So when it
Right.
does, it's
I don't even
suddenly
like to ask my boss to help me with things. It's literally her job to do that. Like, I have so much trouble.
Yeah.
Q
Quilts.
quilts.
Quilts is good.
Have you ever done a quilt?
Yes.
Yeah? Did you make it, or
What-
did like your mom make it?
It was a
or-
team of people.
Oh, cool.
What-
It
What's
was an art project in like middle school. She
How'd
taught
you
us
do
all
it?
how to sew, so we
Okay.
all like sewed.
By hand?
Yeah, like
Okay,
I
sweet.
think 3 squares per. Or you're supposed to each person was supposed to do 1 square at least. I did
Okay.
like 6 because I was pretty good at it.
Of course you
So,
did. So did you have the fabric and you would just sew them together?
yeah, exactly. And then she took it home and sewed the
Nice.
The
Nice.
outside?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and like stuffed it.
I've always
Nice.
thought.
And we sold it as like a
You
fundraiser
sold it?
thing.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
It's good.
It's a really
I've
good
always
piece of
thought
art.
if I didn't do illustration, I would go into like fashion and stuff, like
Oh yeah.
creating something tactile like that. Like that sounds.
But you still don't know how to use a sewing machine.
I have no
right?
idea, but I would
See,
figure
that's
it
the
out.
thing.
Like that'd be fun.
I can
What?
do
I could
minor
teach
sewing stuff.
Oh, you
so-
want to teach me sometime?
I've told you this.
I know.
Oh. You act like
Content.
it's a surprise.
The podcast listeners don't know that.
That's true. They wanted to know.
All 3 of them.
They really wanted to know.
Yeah.
I can do small patches. That's about it. Like, I can
Doing
patch
straight
clothing.
lines on a sewing machine is so rewarding. It feels so great.
So do you know what makes it a quilt? This isn't a trick
Sewing
question.
the
I
different
don't.
squares together, as far as I know. That's
Is
what
it
I
just
would
different
assume.
squares? Because I feel like the padding is a big thing. But then that like is a comforter a quilt
Not necessarily.
Okay.
If it doesn't, if
I
it's
feel
not,
like it's some
composed of different
combination
squares.
of like
Technically,
the
quilting
squares.
is the method. Technically, I think
Yeah,
the the
it's
meaning
a
is a little
combination
bit
of a bunch
broader
of
now.
stuff. Yeah.
But quilting is like a method of
And
sewing
quilts
things
are
together.
expensive now. Like you go to like any store and try to buy an actual quilt that is actually useful. It's like $80, $100.
It's expensive.
It's expensive.
have you guys seen the Disney short film John Henry?
No.
The
I
one where
should
he
do.
where he like
John
yeah,
Henry.
absolutely.
John Henry was a mighty man.
Yes.
It's really good. It's like got
Is
this.
it an old one?
Oh yeah,
Sounds
it's got
like
this
it.
beautiful like gospel
Classic.
gospel music in it. Is that gospel or is
It's gospel, I think.
it's good? Is what
It sounded like it was a white man singing it the way you were singing it. but
Well,
maybe that's
'cause
just
I am a
you're
white- Yeah.
Yeah.
If it were a
It's
black
gospel.
guy singing it, it
Surprise!
could be gospel.
Anyways, but they do like some of their storytelling on a quilt. Like someone's like stitched
that's pretty
stuff into a
sweet.
quilt.
Yeah,
It's really cool. It's really nice. And like the whole thing's kind of shot like a quilt because like it's like this lack of depth and stuff.
pretty cool.
It's really cool. R.
Man, I'm pretty bad at fall, guys.
Fall's kind of
Dude,
rough.
me
Like this
too.
is
Yeah.
more like just word association as opposed to like a straight topic. But
R.
Rice Krispie treats.
Okay.
Are those fall for you?
you
you can
yeah.
eat those all the time.
No, you can't eat those all the time.
What?
I just had my
What?
first
It's
one
a
the other day and I
snack. You
felt
can
kind of
buy
bad.
it. You can
Really?
buy it anywhere.
No.
Are you saying
understand.
homemade?
Maybe
Rice
it's just because I
Krispies?
think of marshmallows as a fall thing.
You're doing some weird
I'm
stuff.
stretching my neck.
Stop
You're
it.
like
I just
trying to
realized-
impress Logan a little bit there.
I just realized I was sitting kind of funny.
Okay, that's interesting.
Well, because I think of s'mores as a fall thing,
S'mores are, yes.
and s'mores have marshmallows,
Yes,
and nothing
but-
else has marshmallows, except for hot chocolate. But you
Yes.
can only put marshmallows in your hot chocolate.
No,
in fall.
grandmother's mint dessert has marshmallows in it.
What?
That's this dessert that we call grandmother's mint dessert.
When do you have it though?
Anytime. It's cold. It's
Oh.
a cold dessert.
Anytime it's cold. So
No,
fall
no,
or
no.
winter.
The dessert. No.
Oh.
The dessert itself is cold.
Oh, okay.
You need warm.
Thought I
things
had
in
you.
winter. No, you did not. You'll never catch me alive.
Oh, okay.
Rice
I
Krispie
was gonna say
treats
Rice
are not
Krispie treats.
fall.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the other
Yeah, I don't
option
mind.
was rain, but I don't think of it as actually raining
It
in
does,
the fall.
well, it depends on where you're at too. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm writing down Rice Krispie treat.
Okay.
I mean, it's lame, but okay. I don't have anything
Whatever,
better.
I
so- Your
S.
funeral.
S.
S'mores.
Skeletons.
Oh,
Oh.
skeletons. You know, people die all times of the year.
It's true.
Is there like a time of the year that more people die than other times?
I actually no. I want to say that it is the fall because.
Do people die the most?
It's the reaping.
Oh no! Maybe that's
The
maybe
reaping.
that's just.
Why don't we do reaping?
Maybe
for
that's
R?
just
Why don't-
suicide.
why
I
don't
think
we
that-
do reaping for R. That's
we'll
when
get
we
it.
reap
I'm
I'm
crops.
pretty sure. I think it might
No,
actually
because
be.
we did Rice Krispie.
Reaping is
oh,
better.
that's actually
I
really
think
good.
reaping is a lot better
He
than
wasn't listening to
he
you.
wasn't.
That's
He
good.
was talking
He was
about
way up
I
in
had a
the sun.
point that I was trying to make, but
talking about
we'll get to it.
s'mores or something.
No, yeah,
Death.
Reaper, because we're harvesting and all
Yeah,
that jazz.
yeah, death.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
Steph.
harvest. You can tell we're not really like agrarian people. None of us grew up on a farm.
No.
Clearly.
I was like, what does agrarian mean? And then I remembered.
oh, so precious.
I thought you were trying to say gregarious, and you messed up. I was like, I don't understand.
Oh.
I still don't remember what gregarious means, though.
It means talkative.
Oh.
Gregarian. It's like.
Guys, I'm such a nerd. I guess.
It's like the people of
You're
You're
so
so
cute!
Today, someone at work found out I was homeschooled, and I was like, no! It was cool, though. It was chill.
It's good. Wait, what was I going to say? Oh, yes. No, this isn't really a fun fact. But I remember in psychology, like, on our final test, it asked, like, when are most suicide attempts? And I want to say it's in the fall.
Makes
because
sense,
it's
'cause the
because
weather's
it's
changing.
yeah, everything's becoming
I think it's the winter.
I want to
It's
say
so
it's the
dark all
fall
the
because
time.
it's starting to become melancholy.
In
like,
winter, like, the days are
it's
consistently getting longer.
it's the
at
abrupt
least.
change.
Well, I know mood shifts a lot in the wintertime.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
a, I'm
does.
not
In
a
the
psychologist.
north.
I mean, everything said on this podcast is 100% accurate.
That's
You-
Well,
you can't debate.
Twist, Anderson failed psychology, so...
I didn't fail psychology.
It'd
I
be
got it.
funny
I
if
got
you
an
did
A.
that.
Look at that.
It'd be funny if you failed.
That's smart.
Yep.
Skeletons.
Yeah.
I
Spooky,
guess.
spooky scary skeletons.
Spooky,
What did you say?
scary.
You said
Boys
s'mores.
becoming men. Men becoming wolves. What? It's a song from 30 Rock. Oh, best ever.
We're gonna have to pay rights for that now.
I know, Tina Fey. Those,
It's
that's-
alright.
that's
Scarves.
yours.
I sang some Earth, Wind, and
Oh,
Fire earlier.
scarves.
You like scarves?
Yes, I love scarves.
Oh.
I used to be super, super into them, and now I'm not as much because I'm lazy.
Do you remember my really, really, really long scarf?
Yeah.
It was like super skinny.
Oh, I'm gonna
'cause it
go
was-
show you a scarf
She's
this year,
gonna make me a
aren't I?
scarf.
No,
We have to go
you're
pick out the
exactly
yarn.
like a Weasley. This is great.
I know. We're going to have little Weasley babies. Oh, I don't like redheaded children. When you got like
Why?
a toddler, they're just evil looking.
Oh my goodness. That's
I
just a
was-
stigma from Chucky, I
I was
think.
not a redheaded child, so
She
I
wasn't.
Can make
She
that
was
distinction.
yellow, like golden.
I was like
interesting.
Golden doesn't even
downy.
sound right because golden, like,
It was like
leans
almost
towards
white
red.
blonde. It
Yeah, I was
very,
platinum
very
blonde, too.
I was
That's
platinum.
interesting.
Yeah.
No, I seriously was. I was like that one chick, Atomic Blonde. It was like that color.
It
nice.
just
Yeah.
looks so unnatural.
There's like pictures of me on the beach. I'm like bear crawling with like like super
Oh,
blonde
that's so
hair.
That
good.
picture of me out there with the cat, if you've seen it, where the cat's about to eat my face. I've got like blonde hair. And
It's
I'm
a
about
really,
3
it's
in
a
that
really
picture.
cute photo.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
cat is not having it either. This cat's like,
And I'm just like hugging this cat. I'm like, we're best friends. But yeah, I don't like redheaded children.
well, love.
My sister was a really cute redhead. But
We're-
so help me, if we have identical redheaded twin boys, boys, I love you. My twin
I'm
brothers
dyeing
who
your
are
hair.
redheaded. But, dude,
Love.
Anderson, we will barely get out of there alive. We
Love.
will love every moment of it, but it'll be tough.
Ugh,
You ready for it?
I can't wait. We're gonna have little redheaded kids.
Oh,
Turkey.
and turkey.
Tea.
Turkey.
I mean, I was just gonna go with Thanksgiving.
Same thing.
Turkey.
Quick
country.
test. Do you know when Thanksgiving is?
The
This year?
25th, right?
The
It's
fourth
always the
Thursday of
No,
every
that's Christmas,
November.
Lord. I don't know what it is.
The fourth,
I
the
don't.
fourth Thursday. of
It's always the
November.
fourth Thursday of
I
Thanksgiving.
always
Of
thought it was-
Thanksgiving. Yeah, that's when it is. So that's why it's
Is it
the
the
week of your
25th
brother's
this year?
birthday. I don't know, maybe.
This year it's the 22nd.
3 days off.
3 days off. So close, Logan. You almost did one with
I
this
know.
dome.
That's right.
Kind of a also, I believe the Sunday after Thanksgiving is the most traveled day of the year.
Makes sense.
Well, the Friday after Thanksgiving is the black one.
It's true. It's true.
The black one. Well, why is it called Black Friday?
I actually know this. Okay.
Yeah?
So most companies throughout the
He
year,
knows something.
most companies are in the red, which means they're not turning a profit. They haven't, or I'm not sure if that's the right word, but they
That is
haven't.
what
they
that
haven't,
means. In the
they,
red,
they
that is
haven't
what
turned
in
the
the red
profit.
means.
But if you're in the black, it means that you have turned a profit. So
Yes.
Black Friday, they put on these crazy sales in order to incentivize people to buy stuff, and it usually pushes a company into the black for the year.
You're saying that's crazy to me that most companies
Well,
throughout the year are in the
See,
red.
that's
Well,
where
it-
Anderson's not actually.
But it
correct.
depends.
Okay.
It depends on their physical year.
Fiscal.
Physical year.
They're
Like if
Most-
their physical year starts at the beginning of
Most companies have a December 31 year end because
Okay.
it's right after the big Christmas buying season.
right.
So
Yeah,
for
that
most
makes sense.
American companies, where we are culturally
right.
Christian,
buy
or
more.
we celebrate.
You know, I really love this thing that she does,
No,
where
no.
if she's emphasizing something, she'll pop her eyes open really big.
Yeah,
So
do
she'll
like a
go.
head
So
swivel.
in American holidays,
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah, it's like
so
when I'm being
cute.
super
I
factual.
love when she's Professor Laura. It's so cute.
Oh my goodness.
It's not at all.
So it's not
patronizing.
necessarily that most companies are not turning a profit. It's just that Black Friday kicks off the Christmas buying season that will
Okay.
push them into the black. So it's all about, they're just going to be racking up all the money now.
Well, what I've seen that's interesting, I heard someone talking about this today actually, is it's generally not that much of a sale, really.
Not anymore.
Like
anymore.
it's usually like maybe 10% across the
Like,
board.
it used to be a big thing. I think
Like-
electronics still go on sale pretty well.
Yeah,
But-
maybe a lot of digital stuff
A lot
goes
of things
really
do.
crazy on sale because there's
But
no
your parents
cost
do
to
it every year,
reproduce.
don't they?
Well, they don't actually like shop. They more go to watch the insanity.
I do that.
They're
I
those
don't
people.
understand that. How, it makes
Also,
me so
this
sad.
is the genius of what they do. They go for like the second shift. So everyone that
Okay.
goes at like 5 a.m., they're stupid.
Yeah.
Go at like 10 because everybody's already gone, but they have to have enough product to sell, so
Yeah.
they'll restock the shelves. So you get all the benefits. Like they went to Old Navy like at 10, and like the shelves were full because they had just restocked,
That's
but
nice.
nobody was there because
Nice.
everybody had come super
But then you
duper
don't
early.
get that weird time at like 2 a.m. where it's like just like everybody's out.
Or someone's
It's true.
conscious something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get some of the actual advantages of the craziness of it, but
I do not enjoy those types of crowds. I have no desire to do Black Friday shopping. ever.
I'm much more a fan of Cyber Monday.
My
The-
first my first experience Black Friday shopping, I went to a store with my friend and his brother-in-law, and he bought like 50 Blu-ray players and like a ton of hard drives and stuff, and like a
Whoa.
PlayStation, like a ton
What
of
are you
stuff.
even gonna do with all that
He
stuff?
sold them afterwards.
Wow.
So
Which-
he tried to turn a profit on it?
He did.
Did
Yeah.
he?
He did, I think. Anyway, and
Get
then
it.
we street raced in his Corvette. So
That is awesome.
It wasn't a street race. It was
That's fantastic.
It was more of a drag race, but there was no other car in the race. It was really just like I don't know.
There's
Just
just
accelerating
a
as fast as you
snail
can.
in the road
Exactly,
next to you. You're like, we're gonna beat him.
No, it was nobody. It was just a straight road.
That's
It was good.
awesome.
Anyway,
I did Black Friday shopping once.
Yeah.
I picked out a pair of boots that I wanted, and I went with my sister, and I picked out those boots, and then I left the store. And it was awful.
Nice. Oh,
I love the
It's
boots, but I
the
don't wanna
lines
go
are
back.
just, it doesn't make sense. Like,
People just have this crazy look in their
Well,
eyes.
this
I'm like,
is-
this is Kohl's.
did
Chill
you
out.
know
Right.
there is a website that is Black Friday death count,
that's
and just about every year it gets
See?
updated.
That's scary.
awful.
Because somebody dies like almost every year
That's
from
scary.
the insanity. It also like lists the injuries because those are pretty
I think
rampant.
Like,
rampant.
crazy.
Ugh, it's not
Can
very.
we look at that this year, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think last year there was only one fatality, but there were several injuries.
Well, last year we were too happy because we were just about to get married. But this year we can really get into
This
the
year we're
spirit
not
of Black
happy.
Friday.
we're completely this
This
marriage.
year we will have been
this-
married for almost a year.
Ew, gross.
Ew.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving Day? I'm gonna come in again.
Food?
One second. Hang on.
food.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving Day food?
I don't like any of it.
What is wrong with you?
What? Whoa!
Did you know this?
Who? What?
No, I don't like it.
We can't be married. Whoa!
Divorce.
What?
How are you gonna move your stuff out of this apartment, Anderson?
No, it's all mine. You're leaving.
Goodness.
I like the dark meat on the turkey. I like the stuffing.
Wow. Well, what do you have at your Thanksgiving? Do you just have bad
Although,
sides?
no, here's the thing. You haven't really, like, Thanksgiving hasn't really ever been a holiday for you, though. Really.
Why?
No. I mean, I was assuming. Like, it
Oh
just
no,
isn't as
it
big
was
a
always a big holiday.
because it's always been my family's, like, that's our holiday.
That's, like, my favorite
That's-
It
holiday.
was our
That's
holiday until everybody started getting married and leaving for Thanksgiving.
Okay,
Which
okay.
is now why it's de facto your family's holiday for us.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah,
And also we can spend more time with your family because we get 2 days off work.
that's true. But, what? You don't like...
So we have
Who are you?
your wife,
I should have
Anderson.
checked on this first, Logan.
Oh, goodness.
Anderson, you're discovering a lot of important things you should have checked on. That's what
Oh,
happens when you get
no.
married 8 months after meeting somebody.
That's true.
No, so we have like your typical like cranberry jelly and
Well, that's not edible. You don't eat that.
no, I don't eat that.
No.
We have giblet gravy. That's good stuff.
That just doesn't sound great.
No,
Giblet.
that's- yeah.
It
All
sounds
the
like,
giblets are,
you know what,
right?
that sounds like what it tastes like, I'm sure. Giblet gravy.
Giblet
All
gravy is
good.
delightful.
Yeah, all
It's
gravy is
Anderson.
good. Yeah.
All
I
gravy
can't- I
is good.
can't. There's no bad
Logan
gravy.
Hendry, all gravy is good.
No, there's no bad gravy.
stuff-
That's gonna be your
It's
meme.
so hard
You're
to
just gonna
make
be
a
standing there
bad gravy.
with a gravy boat. All gravy is good.
Recently, my dad's been making gnocchi, which is good.
What?
What?
It's like this Italian thing. It's like, it's kind of like pasta, but
So
it's made
weird
out of
Thanksgiving.
potatoes. I know, my dad's really pretentious about food. It's awesome. He's the best. We typically have hollandaise sauce with.
I've only had that once, but it was
dude.
amazing.
Hollandaise is great.
So
Yeah.
good. Oh, now I like it.
Also, I just was calling it holiday sauce like the whole time.
Oh, me too.
But
Growing up, I
apparently
always
that's
called it
something
You got to be
else.
really careful though, because it's like
It's tough to
It's
make.
like raw
apparently.
egg.
it's raw egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
My
You
mom
gotta make
always
sure it's
makes
right.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
and
really
you got to
cool.
eat it real quick too.
Yeah.
So.
And then, of course, there's like the sweet
Eat it
potato
real
casserole.
quick.
or else we get salmonella. That'd be
But
gross.
nobody eats the sweet potato casserole,
Wait,
so
you
the
can
next
just
day
get,
we
like-
always have sweet potato soup.
You can just get salmonella? Like something gets salmonella?
No, I don't know. It will go bad. It'll spoil. I
Well,
don't know if
okay,
it'll
okay.
get salmonella.
Okay. I thought that
it
was-
probably already
I
has
thought that was-
So we
salmonella.
usually have egg in a
Just
hole the
unclean.
next morning with
Egg in a hole?
leftover hollandaise.
Oh, that's very good.
Do you know what this is?
Egg in a hole?
It's
Yes.
toast, and there's an egg
It's
in it.
toast.
I'm not
Yes,
joking.
it's
It's
toast.
toast,
awesome.
and you cut a
Hole in the
hole.
middle.
Love, can we make that tomorrow?
Heck yes.
It's
I'm
also
not
called
gonna
eggs in a
make
basket, I think.
Yeah, it's called that
and,
too.
Like a
I'm
nest.
making that for breakfast tomorrow.
It's so easy. It's just a fried egg. Actually,
Would
it's
you like
over
that?
easy.
it. It's over easy.
It's very good.
I never understood the different delineations in eggs. So there's
over easy is that the one with the yolk?
That's what the yolk
runny?
is still runny. Fried is it's all cooked through.
I like
it's just
fried.
not scrambled.
yeah, I like
and then
fried.
scrambled is
When you mix it all.
scrambled. Yeah.
So so it's
Then
an over
hard-boiled.
easy egg. With
What's
the-
sunny side? Sunny side is where
that's
like
that's
with-
the
it's
over
just
easy.
the white is
Yeah.
just,
that's where the yellow is up.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
the
it's
sunny
just
side is the
it's,
yellow.
Yeah, it's the yolk.
but
is
the
up,
yolk has like barely been touched by the.
basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Like
Okay.
I don't think you flip it. And
think-
when
I guess you don't flip it.
Yeah.
I don't think sunny side up refers to how it's cooked. I think it refers to
'Cause-
how it's served.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Like, it could be solid. You could cook it enough to make the yellow part solid.
I'm pretty sure you can't flip the egg then if it because
Yeah, you must
lose
not be able
it.
to flip
You
it.
lose
But I
the
bet,
sunny bit.
Right, because
This is the sunny.
because then you cook the whites on the other side and it
Yeah.
seals
Okay.
it, which
But
I like
don't,
better.
I don't think it,
personally.
like, talks
I like
about how
it fully
runny...
fried.
Yeah,
I don't think it talks about how runny the yolk is.
I like a fried
can't
egg
wait
on
to
a
make this in the
sandwich,
morning.
but
Dude, it's so good. Fried egg on a sandwich.
that's the best way to have
on a
sandwich.
burger?
On a burger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
Those,
always
like-
forget how good it is because
It's
I don't
very
love
good.
eggs.
It's very
It's
good.
really good on a burger. Yeah.
For me, it's back to the Thanksgiving Day.
Oh, yeah,
food
what's your favorite food?
is the monkey bread.
Oh, we
Because
never
it's-
have monkey bread.
What is with you? You guys got weird Thanksgiving.
Monkey
stuff.
bread. is the
know,
best. Also, my
apparently.
mom makes
Monkey
this
bread is
crazy
like-
good. Well, it's not
like a
stuffing.
theme park
It's
dessert.
It's dressing.
dressing.
If it cooks outside of the turkey, it's dressing.
I didn't know.
Of course, Logan does. I forget that you cook, Logan. Let's just talk about food all the time.
But yeah, she makes this killer dressing that has sausage in it. Like
Oh,
the two
yeah.
main ingredients
Yes.
in this.
Those are very good.
I love when you get excited.
It's such a
This has sausage and celery as like its
Okay.
two main ingredients, and I really hate celery.
No,
Like,
but for some reason,
But
celery
if
is like
celery
really good
is
and stuff.
cooked, like raw celery is
Yeah.
the worst. But cooked celery,
Yeah,
where it's like
having bad celery.
a little soft but a little crunchy.
Logan's like,
is
let me
good.
make you some celery, son.
no, it's you don't just it's just plain celery, but like ranch or blue cheese with some wings. Oh yeah,
No.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
That's
good.
the best.
no.
That's the
Oh,
best.
Anderson, that's
no.
good.
you're
stuff.
disgusting. Get out of here.
This is my house. You leave.
Apparently, we're not married anymore, though, so it's not your house either.
Corn casserole, stuffing, mac and cheese,
Green bean casserole.
green bean casserole.
Yes.
We do typically have corn casserole.
bread.
I just
like,
want the onion
the
topping,
biscuits
like-
or the rolls. There's
you-
no bad
Are you a
Thanksgiving meal.
cornbread guy?
It depends on how it's made.
It's too heavy for me.
If
'Cause-
it's
'cause like a-
too
'cause like a-
dry, I don't like it.
Because like you don't like Cracker Barrel, but at Cracker Barrel, are you cornbread or biscuits?
Cornbread. I don't like their biscuits.
What?
It's been
What?
so long
What?
since I've been to Cracker
I don't like
Barrel.
their biscuits.
No,
They're too
we
dry.
can't be friends.
They're too dry.
Anderson, you are alienating
I am
a lot
cutting.
of people
I'm
in this
cutting everyone
closet.
out of my life right
look,
now.
look. I don't like bad biscuits.
Oh!
Cracker Barrel has bad biscuits.
Look,
I like a
Anderson just
fluffy,
put his hand on
warm,
his heart.
buttery biscuit.
Their
They're not.
biscuits are golden.
They come out hard and like
No,
stale.
no.
At least all the Cracker Barrels I've been to.
You know what I will
Anderson,
say?
you're
The
about to have such a high pitched voice that only the dogs will hear you. Flo will be like, "What?"
the best biscuits though, just like across
Yeah,
the board in
right.
terms of types of biscuits, are flaky biscuits.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that
yes.
if it's not a biscuit, if
Well,
it's
that's
not
not really
flaky,
a
it's a
biscuit. That's a
scone
roll.
more of a.
It's more like a roll.
Yeah.
I feel like a scone is heavier.
Well,
than the
it's
flaky
okay.
kind.
It's
Well-
got more butter. It's got the same amount.
But
of
you're right.
butter,
It's more
I think.
the
I'm gonna move
Yeah.
to a less contentious letter.
apparently so that you
Also,
can keep
I
your
agree-
friend and
I-
your spouse.
I don't like turkey very much.
Neither do I.
I'm not a big turkey fan.
I've heard. See, here's the thing. I was told that like it makes you sleepy, and ever
It does.
since then I've kind of been like scared of it.
I'm not.
Because if I eat like I think like if
Right.
I
Remember
eat
last year
if
when
I
we all
eat
fell
if I
asleep?
eat a turkey sandwich and then I
Yeah.
drive, I'm gonna fall asleep at the wheel. like
It's
that's
just-
my logic in my
I
head.
just like turkey is such a weirdly dense meat. It's like duck
Yeah,
too.
it is.
I'm not a huge fan of it for some reason.
I like duck because
Like,
it's a little
I'll-
bit darker.
well, I like
I'll eat
only
it.
meat. Yeah, I only like dark meat. Like
Yeah.
Also, like ham is good, but that's more of a Christmas thing.
it is a Christmas thing. You're right.
No, it's not Christmas to me.
It's
No.
Ham
Christmas.
is all the time, anytime.
Prime rib is
Duck
probably
is
what
Oh,
I'm-
because
Christmas.
you duck.
Duck is Christmas.
I want to do prime rib.
Did we have duck last
You
Christmas?
know, when I get older.
Maybe I just
Probably
didn't know.
not. We didn't get Christmas because we had that big event last year around
We got
Christmas
married.
time. Our wedding. Go
That was
figure.
good.
Marriage.
There was cider there.
Was there?
Oh, there was
Did you not
cider?
get the cider?
I wasn't.
Dude,
really
I have
there.
no idea what
I
was or was
danced
not
the
happening.
night
yeah, you were
man.
dancing. And
I didn't
Yeah.
even dance. I just hung out with people. It was awesome.
She did. We worked the room
There are
really
pictures
well.
of us dancing,
Oh,
but yeah, I don't
we
remember.
really
that.
we killed that.
Yeah.
Are you cold, love?
Yeah, it's cold in here.
It is cold. You
Umbrellas.
umbrellas. This is the one she told me earlier.
He couldn't
I'm
think
really
of a
mad. I
you.
told you the topic.
I know, me too. No, actually, I'm not mad about it. I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah, I
Can
guess
you think of a
umbrellas.
better you, Logan? Logan, now's your time to shine.
Umbrellas.
Urethra.
No.
Oh, no!
What? What does that
What does that
do
have
with
to do with
fall?
Thanksgiving?
I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Fall. Fall's the topic.
Just kind of like fuse into this. You.
See, now it doesn't really matter what he says because it's going to be better than urethra.
That's true.
Maybe.
Nope. Can't think of anything.
Okay.
Umami.
Shut up. We're
Fatty
just
flavors.
not going to talk about that then. V.
What about umbrellas?
They're pointless. Whatever.
What? I agree, actually.
I mean, for
Well,
fall, like
I mean,
you don't
for
really.
fall, they keep the things that are falling from falling on you.
True.
Sure.
Like the seeds, leaves.
Seeds. I do like the helicopter seeds. Those are really cool.
Oh,
Those
those
are
are super cool.
Yeah,
We
they're
always
cool.
had those over the trampoline, so we would like grab a ton of them and hop really high and let
Ah,
them go. And
nice.
Have you ever like gotten like the seed pods? And then
No.
yeah. All right. So me and my friend would look for these seed pods, not like the leaves themselves,
Yeah.
but the seed pods. And what you do is you literally throw them against the ground, and it explodes with like tons of them.
Oh,
It's
that's
very cool. It's
awesome.
very cool.
Oh, we need to
Yeah.
find some of those, Anderson.
I don't know where they are here.
But they would be in the tree, right? I mean, like...
Depends. Sometimes they fall and they don't explode when they hit the ground from the tree, so you've got like an intact seed
Anderson,
pod
there
on
might
the
be
ground.
some in my parents' yard.
We should find them.
They're good.
We should go find them.
They're good.
Right now.
Let's go.
Goodbye!
V. November 11th.
Veterans Day.
V for Vendetta?
Veterans Day.
Yep,
sure.
and Veterans Day.
November 11th.
My mom's a veteran.
Oh, cool. What,
Right, you
what
mentioned
branch was
that
she
like
in?
casually in the last podcast. and I
She was
didn't
in the
realize that.
army.
Dude, women who are in the military are really
What did she do?
hardcore.
She was just in, I don't know her specific job. I think she was part of supply, mostly.
How
I
long was
believe.
she in?
2 years. It wasn't anything
Okay.
crazy, and she didn't fight any wars, but she technically
Okay.
was in the army.
Huh.
She
That's
doesn't
cool.
like to say she's a veteran, but, I mean,
She,
yeah.
Most military people are like, once you've served overseas, you're a veteran.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
if you haven't, they like don't really
yeah,
count you or
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
yeah, so Laura has 3 siblings in the military. 2 of them still in the military, and then 1 just...
My brother just got out after 20 years in the military.
Nice.
Dude,
Which
it's
still-
not
A
crazy.
long time.
That's crazy. Like, that's...
I mean, granted, he got in when he was 18.
Yeah. But it's just...
Still.
Left when he was
20 years
38.
is so much. Like,
It's like my
So
life.
long. But
basically.
what's really cool...
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what,
but
that's
what's
crazy
really cool
about
is that like he's 38 and he's starting a new career now, with
Yeah.
a full pension
Yeah, that's
in the
really
military.
cool.
Like, 38 does not seem that old to be starting a new career,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're like you've been doing this one career for 20 years, it's like what?
And you're pretty much set. Like,
pretty much.
doesn't it take care
yeah.
of, like, your certain number of kids'
But again,
education
with a
and stuff?
pension plan, you can't get it till later.
Oh.
So like his retirement is good, but in the meantime, like teachers' salaries.
When does that kick in, though? Like, 60? Something like that?
It depends.
Oh, okay. Anyways.
That's cool.
My great, I think it might just be one great grandfather, so not 2 greats, but
Yeah,
just
this
one.
one.
Great, landed on Normandy.
Whoa.
Is that the right lineup? Would that be the right
It's the
time?
beach. It's the 40s, like 40.
Yeah, I think that's right.
3.
But he was a
44?
ranger.
I don't know exactly.
He was a ranger, so he would go
Dude,
out
that's intense.
by himself ahead of everybody to scout.
Yeah, well,
So, what was traumatic for him in the
was
war?
he an airborne ranger?
No.
Oh,
He
okay.
was.
It's like that's
I don't know. I know his division was Black Hawk. Like I've got on my hat, I've got a pin of his
very
like
cool.
Cool.
group, his battalion or whatever. I don't really know the exact. I never met him.
Yeah.
But anyways, one thing that like really was difficult for him throughout it is since he was a ranger, he would go out and he would scout out the enemy ahead, and he witnessed the enemy doing terrible things to the locals and stuff, but he couldn't do anything about it because he would give up himself, he would give up his whole
Right.
squad. Like there was nothing he could do. So like he
all.
kind of dwelt in this realm of inactivity, which was just.
That sucks.
Dude, military
rough.
movies are like the saddest thing. They like get me right here every
I
time.
just started watching Band of Brothers for the first time.
I have that series. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first episode is like all the stuff pre-launch for D-Day,
Yeah.
and it just
You're
it's
watching
so-
it again some more tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Like,
oh,
It's very good.
it's
and
so
you're
rough.
watching it with my brothers, who are now your brothers.
Yay! It's like we're a band.
There's a Pacific
brothers.
one. I forget what it's called. I think it's called the Pacific actually. But it's the Marines and they're like island hopping.
Oh,
It's not as good as Band of Brothers, but it's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
that's
pretty good.
cool.
It's just like I guess the Japanese front. Yeah,
Okay.
interesting. Anyway,
Where was the flag lifted? I want to say it was on Normandy, but I've also heard it's Iwo Jima. Is that? Ooh, did I say that right? Yeah.
I'm
Getting
not
blank
saying
stares.
much because I know I'm gonna say something ignorant. My brother's looking up. So.
Well, everything we say on here is 100% factual, so
Well, that's true.
it doesn't matter. We'll move on. W. What comes after winter? Well, crap.
Anderson, winter's not part of fall.
What comes after fall?
It's not part of
You can't
winter.
do
Winter.
winter. in
You can
fall.
use
You
winter.
can't, no,
No,
this
you
is not a
cannot.
fall
I'm
thing.
using winter.
That's
I'm going to use
dumb.
winter.
That's dumb.
Logan, we have to come
That's
up
like
with something
saying
better than
summer's before fall. Let's use summer for
If we didn't have anything for S, I would have used summer.
Spring is in
dumb.
the
I would have said season. I would
Spring's
have
the exact opposite of fall.
that. Anderson, this is the
winter.
worst.
So winter takes. It
I don't
starts
know.
What
December.
about weather?
21st.
Weather's changing during the
Oh, yeah.
fall.
What-
Weather
Okay, fine.
About
better than winter.
Luckily, I edit this podcast, so I'll just make you look like a fool.
How will you do that? I never said.
Yeah.
You're the only
I'm
one
just
who
gonna make
said
the
that.
sheep bleat right there, and it looks like you said something terrible.
Awesome. I'm so excited. Sometimes I do wonder whenever I hear the sheep, I'm like, was there actually a cuss word or not?
9 out of 10 times, there probably isn't.
But then I feel left out and I'm like, guys, I want in on the fun, Joe. All I can hear is the sheep.
I feel like the
Oh,
fall's
fall
windy.
sheep feels windy to me.
It does.
But it's
Maybe it's
probably
just
not
because
actually more windy.
maybe it's just because we see the
The
actual
leaves, yeah.
like effects of the wind more in the billowing, pushing the leaves off and all that stuff. Pushing the leaves off, whatever.
So, my coworker was talking to me about this the other day. Okay, first off, I never trust accountants when they talk about literally anything besides accounting. Because we generally don't know anything besides accounting. So, when my coworker said this, I was like, it sounds right, but it may not be right.
So how can you trust yourself in thinking that statement?
Because I'm better than everybody.
Fair.
No, but he was saying that, okay, so, cold air cannot hold as much moisture as warm air, right?
Sure.
That's the thing,
That
right,
sounds
Anderson?
right.
Yes.
Okay, so, therefore, well, he was saying it like, if the air is less humid, it's not as hot. And I was like, well, that's not really
No.
how that goes. That's not the order of things. But colder air cannot be as humid as hot air can be.
I think that's wrong too. Humidity just affects the amount of
That's how much water
moisture's in the air. It's
Yeah.
not heat at all. Yeah.
Well, exactly, but if it's colder air and it's not able to hold as much moisture as warmer air is able to hold,
Oh.
wouldn't it be
You're
less
saying
humid?
like the max amount of
max,
moisture?
yeah. Right?
Yeah, I'd say warmer air can hold more moisture,
Yeah.
but
It's not necessarily
not
going
necessarily.
to.
Yeah, well, because I'm just trying to think of the opposite too. Like you have a dry heat and you also have like a dry.
Like, I know that
freeze.
cold air can be wet, and that's way worse than
Yes,
dry
way worse.
wet.
That's
Yeah.
the
Than
worst.
dry cold. But wet cold
Cold fog
cannot
is-
get as wet hot can get, right? Does that sound right? Because it sounded right to me, but then I was like, it's an accountant saying it. So
It's an accountant. Can't trust those dirty accountants.
Don't trust them.
you can
They
trust
work
them with your money.
They work with the mob.
Trust them with your money, but not with anything. I mean, only my mom worked with the mob.
True
Or
story.
she audited them. She didn't work with them.
Oh, okay.
She audited
She worked against them.
She did, kind of.
You guys should go to Florida in like August. It's a good
Why?
time.
Why
'Cause You
August?
can just experience the heat.
Well,
and
we
the
went
humidity.
at the end of July. We went to Disney
there you go.
World.
To Disney
There you
World.
go.
That was a pretty
awful.
big experience.
Like it was
We
great.
had fun.
We
We were hot all day though.
Yeah.
But I
like,
did pretend that it was my birthday. It was a good time.
Oh yeah, she got a little pin because it was our niece's birthday.
Right.
So we got a pin for her.
Right.
To,
For my
to send
niece.
her,
Sure.
which we still have to
But
send
then
her.
I just wore.
And they were constantly like, "Happy birthday!" And
I was like, "Thank
when
you."
we went to dinner, she got a free sundae.
I got a
little
free
liar.
cupcake. Anderson
goodness.
was so horrified by me.
I was
Our waitress
terrified
thought that we were the
someone was
best
gonna find-
ever.
Well, because then we got an alcoholic beverage, and so she had to show her ID,
Oh, that's right.
which
Anderson
doesn't have her
kinda
name
flipped
or
out.
her birthday on it. I'm like, they know you're lying. She's like, whatever.
I was like, they don't care. It's Disney World.
Also, you never did technically claim to be.
I never said it is my birthday. Give me free stuff.
Just
I
put a
said
birthday
I am
pin on.
celebrating Michaela's birthday. They thought it was my own.
How did it feel to backstab your company?
Oh, I don't care
He doesn't
now.
work for them anymore.
Whatever. They don't own me.
No.
X.
Okay. Anderson.
Okay, so here's what we've got.
X-rays. Invented in the fall.
Xanthophyll.
Okay, what is that? That's
Okay,
not a thing.
xanthophyll is the yellow-brown pigment that causes the fall colors. So it's basically the
What if
opposite.
it's orange or red?
Well, it's
Is that the same
it's
thing?
those two colors, but it makes all the different colors.
Yellow and brown can make red?
No.
Okay.
But like that's just the starting of the pigment. So
Oh.
it's basically the opposite of chlorophyll.
Yeah.
So
So
xanthophyll.
chlorophyll makes it green.
Yes.
Xanthophyll makes it its real color, which is like red or orange or
Yeah.
yellow or
Yeah.
brown.
Uh,
It makes it pretty.
But I think this is specifically like the birch ones, like we were talking about, where they turn yellow but they don't fall off yet.
Oh.
They like stay on until the new buds.
Uggs.
But
Uggs. Uggs.
Uh,
I'm trying to think of other things
that
that
was,
are like.
That's
yeah,
good.
I'm good with
That's
that.
good.
What
I'm-
are
I need
fall?
to write down urethra as well.
no, you
get
do
it.
not.
Uggs are better than urethra.
Urethra has nothing to do with
Is
the fall.
Uggs with two U's or
It's
two
two G's.
G's?
Two
Two
G's,
G's and
love.
an
It's a
S.
brand name. It's not Yugs.
What are you wearing? I'm
Ooga.
wearing some U's.
Some Yugs.
Uggs.
Why?
Why?
Oh, originally I wrote down Yom Kippur, but it actually Yom Kippur is like earlier this year. It's
Really?
in,
When is it?
It's in the first half of September. Like it's either this weekend or coming up.
This weekend being September 22nd.
Oh,
or being
sorry. Yeah, no.
Oh, somebody else just messed up.
Messed up.
Dancing the night away.
What do you see?
It's September by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That was beautiful, Logan.
Thanks.
When did your album come out?
Meat hole.
Yeah.
Your meat
I
hole
wasn't a
album.
part of that month.
I know.
You are now. Yeah. Why? I've got nothing.
York peppermint patties.
Yes, they're so good.
Oh.
Put them in the freezer. Put
Is
them
that
on
a fall
things.
thing?
It's more of a Christmas thing.
Yeah, it is. But if we can do winter,
Yeah, if you can use
We can do
winter.
Fine. I was gonna say yarn
Yarn's better.
because like knitting and
Okay,
crocheting
that's
and all
fair.
those.
because
all
when you're
those-
making something really, really warm, it sits on your lap and it keeps you warm.
It's true.
Aw. So you can't knit in the summer.
Well, you can. It's just problematic. It's like being pregnant in the summer. It's like clearly
Are
you
you
didn't
gonna
plan
teach
this out
me?
well.
Are you? Although apparently, I mean that's what Valentine's Day does. Makes women pregnant throughout the summer.
Yes, but it's like the first and second trimester, so it's not a big deal yet.
That makes
It makes you
sense.
way
it's
more
it's
pregnant
the
in
last
like the
trimester.
fall. Anderson?
Yes, if you are pregnant in February, if you
become
conceive
pregnant.
if you conceive in February,
It takes a
you
good
are
6
giving
months.
birth in October.
Or November. It's actually 40 weeks.
9 months.
So
It's
you
40 weeks, though.
Oh.
so you want to shoot for July,
To get pregnant?
I guess. If you want to
Then
be
you'd
if
have
you
your
want to be pregnant in the
No, no,
winter
no.
time.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Or like
June?
April.
4th of July, baby. There
No,
you go.
April.
Fireworks.
April, and then you'd have a February baby.
Okay. There you go.
Or you were good. Your parents May.
You should shoot for the
I don't want to
horoscopes.
think about. I'm cutting that.
Neither do mine. It's okay.
Oh no.
Well,
But
That's
yes.
going bye bye.
But yeah, when I do your scarf out of yarn, we have to go pick some out this weekend. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's do that.
you should get like a thick
Z.
yarn. What?
Like a
See?
fuzzy yarn.
Yeah.
Fuzzy yarn.
That's a
That
big
doesn't
stretch.
start with a Z.
You can't just cheat the game.
If we were playing
Okay,
the ABC game in the car, that would not
What I
count.
wrote down was zest, because stay with me. Stay with me. Stay
Yeah.
with me. Zest is the flavoring, like orange
Yeah,
zest,
like
that you put on
tacos.
something, but also is
Zesty.
it's also the name of the outer rind.
Orange juice from Tropicana, simply orange.
Oh no, she's listening.
What?
Logan, she's listening. She's going to
What did
divulge
she
our
say?
trade secrets.
I hit the button on ISO with my hand because I
But what did it say
does that
about?
it was
button
talking about
Tropicana?
oranges because you said orange zest.
Oh.
and then it was talking
That's
about oranges.
freaky. That's scary. So the zest is the outer shell of either a walnut or a pecan. One of them.
Okay.
But
Walnuts. Walnut is so much better than winter. Gosh.
But nuts,
Everything's better than
like
winter.
nuts are very folly. Chestnuts. It might be. I think it was a chestnut.
Chestnuts roasting. That's winter.
Oh, but
It's Christmas.
it's as good
But
as I
to be
can do.
fair, Christmas happens like 5 days after winter starts. So
what
it's
about
really
what
more
about the
like-
zoo? Is the fall a good time to go to the zoo?
Oh yeah.
It's a great time because
It's a
the
great
animals are all
time.
frisky.
Oh
They're all
well, no,
what?
that's the spring.
They're all frisky in the morning. No, not like a sexual frisky, but they're like.
Oh, they're just like
but-
having fun.
Yeah, but they're hopping around.
Dude,
What
is
did you want to put
frisky
in?
a
Did you
sexual
want
word?
walnuts for W?
Walnuts is it's better than winter.
Walmart. Okay.
Yeah, Walmart. There you go. Great sales.
Can Frisky be non-sexual?
I think so.
I think
Hold
it
on.
can be, but I think it's more common.
Can Frisky be non-sexual? Now we know our fall ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me?
You have to say autumn.
I'm not going to say
No,
autumn.
it's
Okay,
dumb.
that's
It's
disgusting.
not autumn. Autumn's the worst.
Well, thanks for that train wreck. That was good. Fall. Let's do
Like
it.
he doesn't even appreciate
In 2
us,
days.
Good thing he doesn't
In
like
2
us
days, it will be fall. Woo!
Woo! If you like this show and want to hear more of this show, please subscribe on iTunes and leave us reviews telling us that we were awesome or that we were terrible. It's kind of a choose your own adventure. And subscribe on Stitcher or wherever it is you get your podcasts. We are all the places on the interwebs at the ABC Pod.
If you're interested in more episodes, show notes, and other oddities, visit our website, theabcpod.blogspot.com, and follow us on social media at theabcpod. Theme song by Mr. Putney and Seamus the Sheep. If you'd like to send us a complaint, topic idea, or just anything else, shoot us an email, theabcpod@gmail.com.